Ooh. You can make noise too. You can chat about whatever.
Well, that limits the conversation.
I don't want to play now. Interesting. I like the addition of the 2 Felvite spawns.
Yeah, like I said, it's more optimized.
It is, yeah.
I got the Bile Piper in there now too to kind of keep the plague bears around, hopefully longer. So.
You're still at 8 right lords?
Yeah, everything's the same except for I got the Scrivener out, Piper's in, I got Icons in the plague bears now.
Oh, so the ones they come back.
Yeah, 10 Poxwalkers.
I saw that. That's an interesting. Just a free for battalion.
No, just to sit on backfield objectives because I find everything else wants to kind of go forward.
That's fair.
So they kind of sit, or they can help me zone stuff out.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
It's not gonna you don't have anything that's gonna be deep striking, but like against like Gene Stealer cult and stuff like that, or assassins, it helps. So, and it's always nice to have something that you can just sit on if you have an objective in your.
Yeah, like oh look at that, I'm gonna stay on that objective.
And they're fearless, so yeah, you can shoot my Poxwalkers, but they're not running away.
Who are your engineers again?
The brown unit of plague bearers.
And your Nurglings.
And the Nurglings.
Okay. Why?
Well, I
The
figured.
Nurglings I understand, because they'll get on an objective when they come down. I get that. Why, if you know they're going to be like up front doing stuff, why wouldn't you make your Poxwalkers? And they're just going to hang back anyway.
Well, I figure. Well, I don't need to be super aggressive with them. Like they could be the second unit compared to the other one, right? If I can get a couple points from an engineers from them, or even just one, and then let you worry about the Nurglings.
That's fair.
Because they're durable too, right?
They are.
And I figure even if I made the Poxwalkers, you have Wyverns and you have Basilisks, so I can't hide from you, right? So. Well, it might be different if I could place my objective in my deployment zone. You know what I mean? But right now, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what corner you stick your tanks in, you're gonna be able to shell that objective, right? So.
Keepers. Oh, for my psychic powers, pretty much the same ones I used last time. Psychic barrier on the Astropath.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got Night Shroud and Psychic Maelstrom. Thank you very much, sir. On the primary psychic.
Okay. Oh, cool.
What is that? I'll take it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, guys, get ready to rock and roll. I know you're all just hanging out and stuff. We'll be starting basically right now.
I can start.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the second rendition of Night Fight. No, I need a horn that'll wake up the whole family. Without further ado, let's begin with the intro to the stream. And then we'll continue. Welcome to another SkaredCast Night Fight. And then we transition. Hello and welcome to another edition of Night Fight here on SkaredCast. I am Skari, your grateful host, and you are here live in the studio with the 2 challengers of the week. We have in this corner, almost hitting the roof, he's so tall, Evan Stevens. And the banter begins. Or, trash talking, right? In this corner over here, we have Jason, the tally man. He takes your soul and then tallies it for Father Nurgle. So, we are playing an ITC mission, and it is mission 6 of the ITC. We have just set up, it is Pointy Dawn of War deployment.
Frontline assault.
Frontline assault is the correct nomenclature. I just have to change the deployment graphic. But other than that, we're all pretty much ready to go. Shadizzo, thanks for the sub. Really appreciate it. But let's get this party on the road. If you have any questions for the players or myself, silence. Okay, so so Jason won the roll to pick sides. He picked the lowest side on this side over here, and Evan chose to deploy first and go first. We are playing Crucible of Champions Mission 6, where the bonus point in ITC is to get your characters within scoring range of one of the 5 objective markers on the table. Regardless, I'm also drinking a large glass of water, but this will be a couple of hours of fun, so make sure you sit down, relax, enjoy the show, and whether you're joining us on YouTube's or on yes, on YouTube's or on the Twitch, tell your friends, because we are getting started, which is exciting. We have all the regulars on for Night Fight. Place your bets. You know, eventually we'll have a system of bits where you can give your favorite player bits for rerolls and things like that, which I think will be very entertaining. Without further ado, that's enough from me, and we'll take it to the players with Jason himself wearing a Deadpool shirt, which is super exciting. You're wearing the white bland shirt, you know. So, Jason, take it away with your army and what you've brought onto the play.
So I got a Nurgle army. I brought a Nurgle Demon Battalion with a Sloppity Bile Piper and a Poxbringer. Poxbringer has Miasma Pestilence. I then have 2 units of 30 Plague Bearers with an Icon and Instrument, and then a unit of 3 Nurglings. I then have a Death Guard Vanguard detachment, and I have a Demon Prince with Wings. He has the Supper-Laden Plate Relic, which is the 2-up armor save, bounce back mortal wounds on 4-up. It's pretty good. I then have 2 Hellforge Contemptor Dreadnoughts with double Butcher Cannons. I have 2 Foul Blight Spawns. I have 8 Blightlord Terminators. 7 of them have Axes and Combi Bolters. And then I have a Flail of Contagion or Corruption in there. I have a Tallyman, who is my Warlord. He also has the Arch Contaminator Warlord trait to reroll all fail to wound rolls with plague weapons within 7 inches of him. I have a unit of 10 Pox Walkers, and then I have a Hellforged Leviathan Dreadnought with double Butcher Cannon Array and double Hellflamer, and that's 1999.
And it all happened in 1999, which was... So Jason has just gone over his army. The armies are indeed on the Twitch description panels down in the things below. If you catch this video later on YouTube, they will be linked up as well, so you can catch them. So make sure that we have some fun as well. So we did want to remind everybody that we have to have a clean game, no kicking, biting, spitting, or poking each other's eyes out. Yeah, so, but welcome to Sharonan, Omen Mallet, Robert Lambourne that says good evening from down under to Evan and Jason, and Samuel Billies that says good luck to both contenders. Lord Draconis says hey, Item Finder says how are you all, and Shadizo says how many bits for me to vect someone. All of the bits. 100 bits per command point. Cryptman says, blame Hooson for so many more dreadnoughts in the meta. Yes, you can blame Hooson. However, Jason has been running the dreadnoughts since before they were cool. Before he made Purge stuff cool. Before he made Purge stuff cool. So now we'll go to Evan, who will let us know what is in his Imperial Guard list. As you can see, his Astra Militarum are taking up the entirety of the table because they are everywhere. So, Evan, take it away.
I'm set up.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So what I start out with a Catachan Battalion. It's got a Company Commander who's my Warlord. It's got a Primaris Psyker who has the powers. He knows Smite. He knows Night Shroud and Psychic Maelstrom. I then have, in the elite section, I have 8 Bulgrin, 4 Slab Shields, and 4 Brute Shields. I've got a Priest with them, with a Power Maul. And I've got an Astropath. And lastly, in the elite section, I have got Sergeant Harker. Going down to the heavies, I've got a unit of 2 wyverns and a unit of 2 basilisks. I should also mention that I am spending 1 command point during creation to make this an artillery detachment from Vigilis, because it's so good. My next battalion, because I'm rocking 3 of them, my next battalion is a Death Corps of Krieg battalion that has 2 tank commanders. Sorry, 2 tank commanders. I'm spending 1 command point to get an extra relic. I'm using the Hammer of Sunderance because this is also a tank Emperor's Fist battalion from the Vigilis as well. It's a tank company. So that's the flat 3 battle cannon. Then I've got 3 units of Krieg infantry. My last battalion is another Krieg battalion with 1 more tank commander, a field officer, which you can't really see, he's over here, and 3 Death Corps units. That's it. And I'm at 2,000 points on the nose with 16 command points. 15 because I used an extra relic.
Okay, so that has been Evan. Yes, the things that look like knuckle busters are indeed guardsmen. The things that look like
movement trays.
yeah, no, they're movement trays, so that he doesn't have to move all his guardsmen 1 by 1 to save time.
That was pretty quick.
Thanks, Nako and Shadizo and Lord Draconis for the resubscription. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. 6 months, Nako. That's pretty cool.
So if I stick him there, you won't be able to see him with your tanks, right?
So this mission though is really fun because you get points by getting characters just in scoring range of an objective, and it's usually the last mission at a GT or a major that has 6 rounds. So it's one that's played a lot at top tables. You know, it's usually one that's played, you know, like some of the last rounds at like the Las Vegas Open before you get the top 8. You know, it's played on the last round at a lot of different events. So playing this mission is of very much importance. And learning how to get not only the bonus points, but also the secondary. So we're going to go to Evan. He's going to tell us what his secondary objectives were, as well as, you know, yeah, basically he's going to tell us what his secondaries were.
The Chaos guys. Okay, so my secondaries are engineers. I've got a unit of Catachan and another unit of Catachan that are my engineer units. I've got Big Game Hunter because, let's face it, he's got a Leviathan and Contemptors and a Demon Prince, all of which I have to deal with. So better to kill them and get some extra points. And because he's rocking 6 characters, I'm gonna take Headhunter.
Okay, so those are the 3 that you're running.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic. Okay, and Jason, what secondaries have you brought?
I'm doing Reaper because he has a lot of guardsmen, a lot of bodies. I have engineers as well. I'm trying that out. I got on my unit of Plague Bears with the brown bases and a unit of Nurglings, and then I think I have Old School, right?
No, you took Recon.
Recon, sorry, Recon.
Recon is always a good one to take when you're not sure what to take, because you just have to get into like the 4 objective that's 4 quarters, and boom, it's like a free point. You don't have to kill anything. You don't have to like hold any objectives. You physically just have to move from one place to another, which can be, yes, you have to. Well, you know, it's at the end of your player turn, so you just have to have enough stuff to do it for 4 turns in a row. Alfarius did ask, is this math correct? 1 CP for 100 bits? No, we're just joking. There is no vecting, people, with bits in Fight Night.
Wait, how much is a bit?
I think 10 bits is a cent or something like that.
Oh, never mind. I was going to be like 1,000 bits. You know.
So at the end of the bonus is whoever has the most characters on the objective?
No, you have to have 3 characters within scoring
Of 3 different objectives. Okay, so right now we're looking at Jason deploy. He's there is a magic box near Evan's deployment zone at the tip of the spear, which is over there. And it's just the 1 magic box on the table, and that is it. Lord Draconis got some help from Alfarius to do AdMech stuff, so he's saying his AdMech is crushing souls, which is always very important. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff those guys do. So I always like playing like Chaos versus Astra Militarum is always a very interesting matchup, simply because Astra Militarum, you know, always has like such an interesting, like, it's such an interesting dynamic. It's not the easiest of games to play. So we definitely have like all these things to do. And with the, I'm a big fan of the Blightlord Terminators, which you know, Jason was using before they were cool, and so was TG Lanigan, who won the Beefin Wing with a bunch of them. You know, because he has them in his list. So.
Jim, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Yep.
Well, whenever TJ goes there.
That's exactly right.
Sadly.
Shots fired by Evan over here.
Well, they weren't meant to be.
Now, you did pick engineers, right, Jason?
I did.
All right, so he picked engineers, which is definitely going to be an interesting choice. So let's see how he pulls it off as we move in to the first turn. Are you guys done deployment? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, they are done deployment. They are ready to play. Well, after the seize, you decide that.
I am not going to seize.
Okay, so he's not going to seize. He's just going to take it on the chin for the first turn. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second rendition of Night Fight. And here we have 2,000 points ITC mission 6 of the ITC. We are ready to rock and roll. And with that, Evan will take his first turn. And we will begin. So enjoy, sit back, relax. And let's get this party on the road. Robert, to answer your question, yes, red wacky sticks are the deployment markers. Top marks for Evan for the movement trays, says Robert. Adam Wallace, the lists are on the Twitch page during the live stream, and then they will be available by link on the YouTube description as well. Skari, no bits to Vec people. That tells me that Skari doesn't like to party. Hey, well, when I'm playing my Dark Eldar, you can Vect as many of my opponent's things as you want with bits. I don't think my opponent would appreciate that very much. I think Cadians are going to make a huge comeback. They play well into the Chaos matchup, especially the Plague Bearers archetype. Oh, and we have some redeployments.
No, I just had it sitting there, and I knew that for you.
At least there was no water bottle involved.
Did we say we couldn't cheat? We didn't say we couldn't cheat.
We did say nice, clean game, folks. I read that as Canadians, says Cryptman, instead of Cadians. He says Canadians are going to be good against Chaos. Yeah.
They are.
The Astra Militarum looks super interesting. The artillery formation will put out a lot of damage, but the Kriegers will put in a lot of work as they high leadership and unusual orders. How Jason navigates all those bodies will be good to watch. Well, I'll tell you, Jason navigates bodies quite well. Da, 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 da. And that's right, you came for the banter and the inappropriate conversation. Good thing I run my own company, and the HR department is this rubbish bin. Okay, let's go to the players while I fix one of the cameras.
Cadians. All okay. Yeah, there's 60 Cadians, 60 Krieg, and 30. So 6. I'll go 4. So they're moving under half.
Mm-hmm.
Just enough to see some stuff. Unless otherwise noted, they're orders reroll ones to hit. I suppose I'll allow it. Thank you. I know you're very benevolent. The benevolent God. Perfect.
Ooh, did have to fix that camera because I couldn't see where those beams rusted were. I was like, where's all your tanks?
Okay, so do I want to move down?
And we're here. I'm gonna be like a golf announcer. Please be quiet so I can hear the grass grow. Yeah. I need a little sign. Silence, please. No clapping. It's funny because I'm like right next to the players, so I could tell Evan to not shoot that unit over there and to charge that unit over there. Oh man.
Okay, second phase. Sorry, at the end of my.
So Death Corps of Krieg have a cool rule
At the end of my movement
where
phase, I'm
they
going to
they do not take morale tests, right?
right.
They ignore the casualties during the shooting phase for morale. So that's really important. So they still have to take morale. They just ignore all the casualties they took during the shooting phase as they take the morale test, which does make them a lot more resilient to the war of attrition via shooting. So you have to essentially either charge in and do some damage in combat, or try and wipe them out that way because they won't. Golf Clap says evil chicken bits. That's right. Golf Clap. Move Plague Bearers and Blight Lords straight forward, says Shane. Hey Shane, how are you?
Those dice aren't getting used anymore.
You can use any dice you want.
Not those dice. Right, that's my second phase.
Yes, still the -2. I feel like those dreads are the early game solution to astral hitters. They shouldn't be shooting squads till late game Borden. Yeah, that's true. You know, the dreadnoughts I think are very important when it comes to the game itself, because the dreadnoughts do like a lot of the long range shooting, and one of the cool things about running them as Death Guard is they ignore the penalties for moving and shooting, which is a big deal for like dreadnoughts. So they're moving around 8-9 inches, and they can really kind of like get far and do some shooting that way, which is always important. So right now, hey Mike, how are you? Nice, you're staying for the stream. That's cool. Okay, so we'll go to the players and we'll figure out what's going on. But Evan has entered his shooting phase right now.
Fives, fours, times 4.
Yep.
Sorry, they're times 5.
Right.
Ooh. 1 at -1 into the Blight Lords.
Good.
Cool. Last cannon. Hits. Wounds, -3.
4 up. Yeah, go ahead.
D6 damage. Take 2.
I'll take 1.
Okay, and battle cannon, because he moved less than half, he gets to fire his battle cannon twice.
Sure.
For 7 shots. 7. On 3s, you're rolling 1s. There's a 1. These 2 miss. This one hit. And strength 8, so 3s.
So right now we're having some some Leman Russes firing at the Blight Lords. You know, they are some of the tougher.
3.
One of the Blight Lords has gone down. Hey Kevin, how are you? All the way from Sudbury. Welcome to Night Fight. Ah, there's blood on the floor. But right now we're having no problem, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in. Why didn't you deep strike the Blight Lords?
2 wounds, -1.
I think it's better to start at 2. You said
2.
-1. Better to start them on the table. It's 1 wound.
1 damage.
I would agree with Jason. I think that Blight Lords are they're not designed to just make it to the enemy. Right now, by having them in that spot in where Jason has them, he's putting pressure on the 3 objectives that are right next to the Blight Lords. And the Blight Lords do a lot of damage later in the game, but being able to put them on the board and force the opponent to deal with them is always a good thing for the Blight Lords. I think it's a smart choice to put them on the table.
That's a lot of 2.
You can use my other dice, or you can use yours too. It doesn't matter.
He's made his choice. I made my choice.
Okay. Critman has the idea.
Okay.
Yes, target saturation is one of the biggest things you can do, especially with this kind of list. And if they're on the table, even like 3 or 4 Blight Lords against the Imperial Guard can be really dangerous, especially with the flails, which go in and the flails do damage that like carries over, which can like wipe out entire squads, which is super important. And eventually he will use the cloud of flies once this is done. So
Well, what happens
yeah, and they move and shoot 40 times a turn, so it's like a 28-inch threat range to do all that stuff as well, which is really important. Right? Yeah, it's 2d3 attacks with the flail, and the flail does like a crazy amount of damage. And you know, so the main focus of Evan is right now, he's focusing on those Blight Lords as much as he can right now, because after turn 1, Cloud of Flies goes up, Terminators don't get shot anymore, and then this Plague Bearers, and you can only shoot Plague Bearers. Now, Jason did Warp Surge the front unit of Plague Bearers, essentially to really dissuade Evan from shooting at the front unit of Plague Bearers, which is going to work, because you know you're not going to kill that many Plague Bearers at all.
Yeah, they're all 4 up. So it's 3, 6, 8.
And -2 AP, 2 or D3 damage. I think they're 2 damage a pop, right?
Well, you can do them all together.
Okay, so that one fails. Oh, that's not good.
That's not good. So
Another, so I fail 6.
6.
So the Blight Lords are definitely taking a bit of pounding here from all the crazy shots and stuff. Can you fix the light glare on the table? Gingy, yes. Let me just check here. See if I can fix it here. Restore the defaults. Let's see, did that work there? Yes. Webcam control.
2.
Let's go for the focus. There we go. I think that's better.
Okay, another one. 3.
That's better.
And the last
Here's a little bit. I don't know why it gets a little.
for 2.
Hey, Prime Vino. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. There you go, Gingy. Thanks for the heads up. Just trying to switch it out here, make sure everything's all set up.
The other Basilisk will fire.
No problemo. So we've got the Basilisk firing, Wyverns. Those Blight Lord Terminators are taking an absolute pounding.
I'll take 5 shots. You know what? I'll re-roll it.
Okay, and we'll go over to the players so you can hear what they've been doing.
2, 4, 5. So the Basilisk, who's not shooting twice, is shooting the Blight Lords to try to finish them off.
Okay.
So 4 is re-rolling 1s because of Harker. 1 can re-roll 3s. Strength 9, so 1.
Be nice if we could make a save.
Hey, you know, it's just like
We got a couple of questions coming in from YouTube. Awesome. So skips to StarCraft. Did the Blight Lord just make a good save?
I just made 3.
Feel no pains? Oh, disgusting. Some would say disgustingly resilient. Those Blight Lords are surprisingly tough. Light is too bright. Yes, I did switch that. Thank you for the heads up. Prime Vino, finally catch a stream. Quick question. What are your thoughts on Space Wolves in the competitive scene? Space Wolves have, I believe, a place. I think they're just maligned right now. They definitely have like some fun things that you can try and test or try with them. But I feel like they work best. It's just nobody's really giving them a full chance. Everybody's trying to do like all the Wolfen and all this stuff, and I feel like they just work best as like a mix of units, which isn't really as attractive as 30 Wolfen. Adam wanted to thank me for the tips. He gave the Tyranid Geniuses when I met you on Dyson Decks a couple months ago. Yeah, no problem at all, Adam. I'm glad that you you learnt that stuff, and you know, thanks for tuning in. You made it, Robro. OG Snoop. Pickery. That's right. If I dress like a pickle. Adrian, good morning from the other side of the world. Good morning, Adrian. Thanks for tuning in from the other side of the world. This is Night Fight. How many of those Blight Lords are left?
2.
2 Blight Lords are remaining. Is that like almost the last thing you have left?
Almost, yeah. Well, I might be able to shoot some guardsmen into
Oh, these Blightlord Terminators have basically soaked up an entire turn of shooting at them, and there are 2 Blightlords left, which is crazy. Hey Scar, have you ever thought about doing a 40k ranking video? You mean like what Brady does? Yes, I guess I could, but you know, I have my own things that I like to do. But yeah, I could do ranking. It depends on what kind of ranking you like. I don't know. Shoot me a message. Let me know if you'd like something specific. Nothing beats 30 Wolfen, says Shaner. Cool. Then we're gonna see it win every event ever.
Oh wait, it's never
Evan.
gonna
Yeah, there's like you kill a lot of stuff, but you just struggle because you can get like move blocked mostly. Cryptman says 120 Gene Stealers on a 4x4 is horrific. That sounds terrifying. Planning on taking my wolves to LVO next year, says Prime Vino. Nice. Well, hit me up. I'll help you build a cool list that I would like to run with Space Wolves. Just send me like a private message on YouTube or on Facebook. You, sir, are terrible. No wonder why you won. Me? Are you telling? Oh, you mean the 120 Gene Stealers? Yeah, 120 Gene Stealers is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. You have.
You get what's it called?
Cool. So you have 1 Terminator left. The flail with 1 wound left is left on the table. Who the F takes 120 Gene Stealers on a 4x4? Well, apparently, Gingy does. That is awesome. I think that's something that's akin to my heart. If I ran like 120 Venoms. So now we see the Guardsman's last guns. So, Space Wolves have good stuff. Everyone is just stuck on Wolfen. I do agree, Rover. I think Space Wolves have like some cool dynamics that they could use in regards to a few different things. Right now, we've got basically the Blightlord Terminus seem to have survived the being killed, which means that might deny Evan a kill one. So we'll see what happens there.
They might.
Unless you have a Vex stratagem, they're not gonna
Evan now suddenly wants to get bits to Vec the auto pass on the on the Blight Lords, but that one flail guy. That's it. You're done. Oh my goodness, folks, we are done. The Imperial Guard turn 1. The guard left 1 Terminator with 1 wound left, and now he's going to be Cloud of Flies forever.
That one Terminator will kill a Scar to go off.
Yeah, he does. He's gone down to.
That's also very true.
He's gone down to 7 now 5 CPs. So he has 5 command points left. Evan has 11 remaining. They're burning through those command points quick. And Archon pranks, I know, crazy, but that means that Jason should be able to get kill more, hold more, and kill if with his dreadnoughts doing most of the work. So, so let's see what happens as we move into the bottom of turn 1, and the Nurgle decides to take to the streets.
+1 because they have an icon, so they go 5, 4, 9.
Evan did not kill anything this round, which definitely opens up, like cracks open this game like this, because it's points. So it's all about points. Good thing I voted for Astra Militarum on Discord, says Mr. Prankster.
You did. I appreciate that.
Evan does appreciate it. And we'll so we're gonna go to the table. We're gonna ask Evan what he was thinking on the first turn and how he feels after his first turn. Evan, take it away.
Okay, so I know having played Jason before, I don't like White Lord Terminators. I don't. And I need to shoot at them because they're good. They will walk through my entire list.
Yep.
This is the only chance I got. I did misplay this Lehman Russ. He shouldn't be here because he has no firing lanes. He will next turn, but that doesn't help me. That didn't help me last turn. I'm mad that I didn't kill them outright. However, not killing him and making him spend 2 command points means that's 2 less command points that he has. He only has 5 left, which is I'm okay with.
Alcon Pranks says, sorry, Jason, but he had to vote for
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Other than that, if I can take care of them, I think I can handle his dreadnoughts. His Leviathan will delete.
Where's your relic battle cannon?
Okay.
Okay.
I misplayed him by going that way. I should have went this way.
Yeah.
In fact, I should have gone him full out over to here. Popped the command point to let him shoot twice, like normal, the Emperor's Fist one.
No matter how far you move.
And then he could have gone this way to get shots off over there.
Robert says that your Plague Bearers, Jason, rotted their movement trays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the questions. Okay, hold on. And shameless plug time, go.
All right, Death Ray Designs are having this big sale right now on their movement trays. All these movement trays they would have been like $60 or $70. I got them for $40 with shipping.
It's like, that's amazing.
It's a really good, yeah, and they're really.
Where is this again?
Death Ray Designs. Ooh, just spit on the ground.
So you heard that here, folks. Death Ray Designs. If you want movement trays, go help yourself by saving time on your chest clock. Death Ray Designs.
Sponsor him!
Hey, I have a good voice for sponsorship. Death Ray Designs. Analog Tabletop, thanks for the follow. What kind of camera setup do you guys use? It is interesting and I like it, says William Patton. I use lots of different cameras. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras running right now. I have one overhead camera, my computer right in front of me, a dice cam, which is a little webcam, and another big cam that's shooting both of the players right now, which is in the wrong angle. It should be a little bit further angled out this way, but I'll figure that out for the next night fight. But this is a work in progress. So if you have any suggestions on the stream, we did kind of fix a little bit of the lag that we were having on the main camera, which is a big thing. I changed one of the cables, and it was like a world of difference. So I think I just need to get a good cable so that there's no lag. But yes, movement trays is super important. No, because then there's no depth, and it trips me out when I can't see the depth. Like, it's good, but with this at least you get just a tiny bit to kind of see the buildings, and like it just gives you a little bit of that perspective, which I think is very important to kind of see how big things are and stuff like that. Bill Farty, I like that name. We're playing in Barrie, not in Toronto, but it's in Toronto area. Let's just say that. Yeah, they do. You know, if we're in Canada, it's all Canada's Toronto, because a lot of we the north. Yeah. When do they play again? The Raptors tomorrow. Oh, I can't believe it was 1 point. It was so close. All of Canada was watching. It was like, ah.
You know what's gonna happen? They're gonna lose in Oakland,
and then they're gonna bring it back home. Hey, in 7, you know, let's do this.
Sadly, Durant is out.
Oh man, I'm so sad that they made him play. You know, it's like pressure.
He decided to play. It's not. He said that.
He made it. They probably made him say that. Anyway, regardless of all the basketball shenanigans, is a Great Unclean one a much of a point sink? Well, I'll tell you, I played 3 Great Unclean ones at a tournament, and it was fun until I ran into a Castellan. And then they all died really fast. Any way to know the lists I just got on? Patrick says, Patrick, if you head over to the Twitch feed, you can check the... I haven't put them up on Patreon yet. I will. They will be up, and they'll be linked up on the YouTube video once this is recorded and put up on YouTube. So basically in a few hours when this game is done. Yeah. Hockey is Canada, says Shane.
Technically, so is basketball.
Technically, so is lacrosse, which is actually the Canadian national sport.
It is. It's vicious.
Yeah, it is.
It is
I had a friend that played lacrosse, and he's like, they would look out for people not wearing their kidney and pads and just whack them in the kidneys really hard.
Basketball was in it?
It was.
He's gonna dance.
Ball sports, St. Louis winning puck toss at 4-1.
They were up 2-0.
Did they win?
They were up 2-0 before I got here.
Did St. Louis take a cup? I certainly hope
This
so.
is their first one ever.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm glad. Down with the Bruins. Boo, Bruins. I'm just kidding. No. Hey, big fun on everything you all do. Thanks, Patrick. Really appreciate it. Joining us on YouTubes.
I'm gonna use Cry Flies on him.
Still waiting for other models like the Master Puppets and Venom Crawlers. Yeah, the Venom Crawlers are really cool. I like Venom Crawlers. I think they're really good. Archon Prankster. Oh, it's 4-1 with 2 minutes left. Yoshi says, Bizarre 40k Beast. With 2 minutes left, like, yeah, St. Louis. I really want St. Louis to win, so.
St. Louis has got it. Although, I mean, saying that, something weird could happen.
Anything can happen, but you know we're not going to put it in the universe today.
3 goals in 2 minutes?
I've seen crazy stuff happen. Have you ever seen the Leafs play? Yeah. Anyway, moving on. You know, Jason is just cheating and moving his models wherever he wants. That's true. We did not say that was not part of it. But he's right now just kind of moving his Leviathan dreadnoughts and stuff. Now, the cool thing I like about Chaos Butcher Cannons is they have 36-inch range, which is 12-inch range. They have 2 less shots than the Space Marine ones, but they have longer range. And I think that is just so much better.
They have a less AP.
-1 AP.
Yeah, so it's one less
-1 AP. But the extra 12 inches of range is absolutely massive.
Strike 7 though, right?
Absolutely massive.
Yeah,
Total Blaze. Since you're from Toronto, do you hate the Bruins? I, sir, am from Mexico. So, skatey punchy is not exactly my sport.
He plays football.
I play football with my feet. Not you weird Americans with your football. You know, they throw it with their they throw it with their foot, right? I don't know. I don't understand. Death Guard do ignore moving and shooting and add their movement. So they have like 8-inch plus 36. So they got 40-some-inch range for those Butcher Cannons, which can be really, really good.
8,
So
9.
yeah, they move a lot. And then 2 of these Contemptor Dreadnoughts are like the same as 1 Leviathan, but they have double the wounds essentially, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So I really like the double Contemptor Dreadnought. Hand egg equals American football. Yeah, sure. Skatey punchy. Yeah, that's from a commercial. So don't sue me. Commercial. It's about is it identity theft or something? Yeah. Some people, Americans wanted to be Canadians or something. I don't get it. Go Blues, just never won one before.
Kyle from Noonatuba.
Okay, let's head it over. Let's head over to the table and let's listen to the crazy antics that Jason and Evan are talking about right now.
Okay, I think I'm done moving.
Okay.
Psychic phase. What are you doing here, fellas? My Demon Prince is going to cast Miasma Pestilence on the Leviathan Dreadnought.
That's the -1 hit.
That is.
Okay. I'm just getting ready.
Get a 6, and I get an 11.
I will. Who else? How many other psychics?
I
do you
got
have?
one more dude, and he's going to probably cast
Okay,
Smite because
I'll
that's what
try.
he can do.
I might as well try. I'll try with the Astra Path.
You do it, I'm going to be very upset with you.
Oh, that close.
Close. So close.
And
That was
you
close.
can see these guys. So he's going to smite. I don't smite.
Ha! Sorry.
Interesting. Okay, shooting.
Shooting.
We'll start with the Dreadnoughts. I'm going to start with the Leviathan.
Okay.
He's going to shoot. What are we going to shoot here?
Your own guys? Okay.
Shoot the red dudes.
Okay.
So that's 16 shots. He is not within 6 because I'm smart. Oh, he's just out.
You were smart.
Sarcastic.
Oh, that's right.
So 2s. No rerolls though. 2s.
Oh.
Could have used those ones. And 2s again because you're
Yeah.
just little guardsmen.
I am. I die. That's what I'm good at.
You shall.
That's usually what they
So
We
we
don't have
got
one.
12 at -1.
Bruins are currently lowering their heads in shade.
12.
Yes, sir.
All right. I gotta make 3 of these. I have 1 guy left.
Nope.
Okay.
I won't allow it.
6s. Nope. There I
Yay.
For some reason, YouTube is being silly, folks. Stay tuned for the YouTube.
Oh, so he is miasma.
Okay, everything else. Go pens, go Nurgle. Says.
Go Pens.
Fake. Yeah, the pens are out. Like
They've been out for a while. They haven't lost
round
first
one.
round.
I know they did. They got swept, I believe. On the
I
first
thought they
round.
won. They
Second
won.
round. No, they went out second round.
They got swept. Like they.
No, first round.
Yeah,
Yeah, they lost first round.
Swept.
Yeah,
Because
they got
everyone they
absolutely
thought would be in like
Yeah.
the
They got
conference
destroyed.
finals were out.
I love how we're talking about
Hockey. There's a game of 40k going on.
That's right.
Do I want to kill
Night
more
fight.
guardsmen, Evan, or do I want to kill a tank?
You probably want to try and kill a tank.
Because I got kill more already.
You do.
You little guardsmen, what can you do? I'm not too concerned. We're going to start shooting at the tank. So, we're going to shoot this guy.
Okay.
It seems like YouTube is working okay. So Jason's right now is shooting his dreadnoughts. He's probably going to shoot at some of these Lehman Russes because he has to try and kill some of these Lehman Russes. They do a lot of damage. These.
We have 5 saves, my friend, at -1.
They are strength 8 and they do 2 damage a pop, which
Save 1.
which
We'll
is
take
crazy.
8 damage.
8 damage, okay.
Guardsmen won't do anything but hold objectives, screen, like get
Rinse repeat
recon
with my
points,
second
like
dude.
get act as like blockers and things like that. So there's a lot of different things that you can do.
And then 4s again.
Patrick, you have a question. What is better, the 3 Derrideos, Hell4 dreadnoughts with double butcher cannons and the
again,
missiles that do need line of sight, or the Leviathans and the dreadnoughts Jason is running? It really just depends on like your tournament, like your style, you know.
Okay.
The Derrideos are really, really good,
You blow up.
simply because they have. It does blow up.
Oh, snap.
Oh, the Russ.
I don't want him to blow up.
He doesn't. Okay. You know, now is when he starts rolling 6s. So
10.
he just spent a command point because he didn't want his.
I mean, I do, but go
Okay,
ahead.
you sure?
Where's the tally man?
He's back here, but I use
Oh, okay.
a 7, and I don't.
No, the tally man gives you command points if you roll a 7 every time a stratagem is used.
Death Guard strategy.
A Death Guard stratagem is used, which is pretty
So,
cool. But I really
was
feel
actually-
like the Leviathan and the 2 Contemptors kind of give you more stuff to use. Now, the way that it's being used in like Don Houston's list is it's like a list that is designed to not die at all. So, hold for the score, please, after battle round number 1.
You've got 10, yeah.
So what is the
Do you have Reaper or Recon?
Not yet.
Okay.
what is the score at the moment?
4-1 for Jason.
Okay, so Jason got kill more, hold more, and he hasn't got any. And he got an old school point.
No,
No.
he got
Big game hunter.
no, there's only 4.
I'm
Oh.
working on
Hold,
Reaper,
hold more.
and I got engineers and recon.
Oh, and recon. You didn't get like old school
I
or
should
anything. Okay.
get an engineer point next turn.
Yeah. At the start of the turn. Okay, so we're starting battle round 2. We have Evan with 10 command points and Jason with 4 now. You have 4 now. All right, because you Clouds of Flies the 1 Terminator, so he's not going anywhere. Perfect. And as for VPs, Evan is running on 1 VP, and Jason is now running on 4 VPs as we move into round 2. Super exciting. Does Evan have a beard? Yes, he does. He is rocking the beard.
I've been rocking the beard since March.
He has. Well, you just haven't seen him on the channel for a while since we filmed, I think. This
Path of Skari.
the escape, which is really fun
We
actually.
have to finish that.
Hey Kusei Rock, how are you? Can't see them too well. Are they whirlwinds up in the corner? No,
Those
they're not whirlwinds.
are wyverns.
They're basilisks.
They're basilisks.
Yeah, they're blue basilisks.
I have them, they're just not here yet.
Yeah.
They should be outside.
I know the camera for some reason gets like it just gets
Down the bottom.
dodgy in that like far corner there, so that's just really interesting to say the least. But other than that, if you guys have any questions in terms, right now Evan is now moving, and if I was in Evan's position,
You had to come over here.
I'd have to stand on his side of the table, to say the least. However, it seems like he's just kind of moving into a central position. Do you have Bulgrin in the list?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So how many? 9? 8. So he does have 8 Bullgrim, which are the
Four.
bully units in the middle of the board in that like tall building.
Yeah,
And but he has lost one of his Lehman Russes out of the 3 that he has. Do you have anything in
reserve.
No, okay. He did not reserve anything. And you know, the plague bearers are probably one of the toughest things to kill right now. So, no, it's not the autofocus. I do turn the autofocus off, Bill Farty. So that's not the issue. I think it's just the camera is relatively old. So I should get a new camera soon. You know. But we'll go to the players. And Jason will now tell us what he thought and what he was thinking during his turn. So Jason, take it away.
Well, he killed a lot of Terminators, which hurt, but then that meant he wasn't going to shoot at my my Dreadnoughts. I guess he had to pick one or the other, I guess. Which, the Terminators do a lot of damage once they get into his lines, but the Dreadnoughts kind of give me the range, and I can reach out and touch them. I knew I was going to kill something. I had options at different guard squads, so I knew I was going to get killed more after he didn't kill the Terminators. I didn't think I was going to kill the Russ, which was a nice surprise. I guess if you work it out, it kind of works out that I should have killed it with 16 shots, but
I should have.
I wasn't expecting to, so that was a nice little bonus to take some firepower away from him. So yeah, I'm just trying to kind of get everything up, take away space from him, and hopefully I can weather the storm that's going to be coming at my Dreadnoughts this turn.
What do you mean?
The Dreadnoughts are definitely going to be the ones that are going to bear the brunt of the, the fallback. You know, he's got all the characters in the middle of this giant blob of plague bearers that are just going to basically stamp in the middle of the board, and then the Dreadnoughts are really the ones that are going to be pushing up that flank, facing off against the main like artillery. Is that a commander back then?
It's a field officer from.
Oh, okay.
It's like a company commander.
Company or platoon?
No, it's actually the actual term in the codex is field officer.
A field
It's
officer.
like platoon commander.
Platoon commander. Okay, so field officer, platoon commander. I'm heading off, says Shane. No problem, Shane. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Really appreciate it. You know, huge congratulations to St. Louis, though, for winning their first ever Stanley Cup. That is amazing. So his Contemptor Dreadnoughts have C-beams, and what Leviathans? No, the Contemptors and the Leviathans have Butcher Cannons. It's just Butcher Cannons. The Strength 8, 2 damage, -1 AP, 36-inch range. And now we go into the Psychic phase. He's buffing up the Bullgrin, so -1 to hit, and goes off with a 6. So, and now some, and it does not get stopped. So the Bullgrin are -1 to be hit, kind of like Plague Bearers, but tough as well. Is that the +1 save?
Yep.
Also the +1 save on the Terminators as well. It did not go off. He needs a 7.
Nope. Psychic Barrier is a 6.
Is it a 6? Oh, okay. So it does go off.
I'm wondering if I want to reroll.
He did roll a 6. So now he's debating. Nope, he's not going to use a command point. And he does stop it, so no +1 save. Although it doesn't help the invulnerable saves anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, which there was FAQ, because then you can't get the slab shields to like a 2+ invulnerable or whatever people were using it. Yeah, which was nuts, which was silly. That was nuts. Okay, on to the shooting phase. Let's see what the players are saying.
Spend 1 command point to make him shoot normally, like he moved under half, down to 8. I will then spend 2 command points, so I'm down to 6, for this Basilisk to shoot twice.
Okay.
Yes, and that's it right now. So I'm down to 6.
Are you sure that's it?
Yes, at the moment. Those are the only ones I have to spend at the beginning of my turn.
Okay.
Like this one I can spend when I select a unit to fire.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay. I am going to... He is going to issue them an order to move. Okay. So they have to move and then make an advance. Cool. I just wanted to do this.
Do they get the 3d6 one? When they
no, it's just a move with an... It has to be with an advance.
Is that a Krieg thing?
No,
Because
it's
move is you roll 3 dice, isn't it?
not anymore. Oh.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Oh, it could be. Maybe that's that. Maybe.
No, instead of shooting this phase, the order unit immediately moves as if it were the movement phase. It must advance as part of it, and it can't declare a
See,
charge.
that's just me thinking old 7th.
It is the old, yeah. Okay, they're on the objective. That's important.
So I was just thinking 7th edition stuff here. No problem, Archon Prankster. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you coming by, saying hi. Archon Prankster says, bye-bye, good luck to Evan.
Thank you.
And kind of Jason. Have fun. Because only one will survive in night fights. Until we have a draw one day, and then I think we'll all be scratching our heads wondering what the hell happened with our lives, because there can only be winners and losers, you know.
And what's your toughness? 7. Yeah, this is. Oh yeah, this is 5. 1 minus 1.
So now we've got Evan shooting some Lehman Russes at some of the Contemptor Dreadnoughts. Just happens to be a relatively important part of this.
8 shots.
Is that not the relic?
No, it's just the normal.
There's a normal battle cannon. Not the relic guy.
Not the relic. He's gonna shoot next.
Ah. The relic guy is the fun one, because that straight 3 damage is money. Absolutely money. See, when I run my Talon and stuff, I like Talon because then they can like shoot and then like order themselves to like shoot and then move, or move and then shoot, which is kind of fun. So we got
3, 6, 7, 8.
8 damage
2 left.
on the Contemptor, who has 10 wounds. Now he has 2 damage remaining. There we go. So almost got him. RWB 62183. That's a very big mouthful. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate it. Here on Twitch. Just a reminder to everybody, we do not have the Just Put Paint on It stream tomorrow, Thursday, as I will be going down with Ash Barker from Guerrilla Miniature Games, and we'll be filming some Battlefleet Gothic, which I'm really excited about, and doing a podcast as well. A draw is just 2 losers, says Robro. You know, then I guess there's a lot of those in football, because they are draws a lot of the time. Are these
2 and minus 3.
this Basilisk? So
Dead either way. I do minimum 2.
the Basilisks are great to pick off the lost wounds and stuff, and a lot of people use them for that. So, you know, after the one Lehman Russ took one of the Contemptors down to 2 wounds remaining, you finish him off with a Basilisk. So Basilisks are like those like mop-up crews that you can use for like tanks and things like that, and they work great at that as well. I like that a lot. Okay, Vengeance Acadia, reroll hits and wounds, and then he's going to shoot at the Contemptor there. Well, you see this thing, right, from his gun? Yeah. So Vengeance Acadia, and then he's going to strike and Shroud, which means that he's going to give himself a... Unless you score 13-0 in the Women's World Cup. Ugh. Who won 13-0? That sounds painful. What? No put paint on it? I'm just going to do now while I'm going through emails. Yeah, I'm sorry, Shadizo. But I am be driving down to spend some time with Ash Barker, which will be fun. I'm really excited about that, to be honest.
Wounds, minus 3. Yep. D6. Take 2. 7.
There's 7 left.
Command points, so I guess the fire is turret twice.
Oh, you spent another command point, so you're down to 8?
No. I did off 5.
You're down to 5.
I have to do that at the beginning of the shooting phase.
Oh, so Evan's down to 5 CPs, but he's kind of dumped everything into this one Lehman Russ to like move as fast as he can off to one flank to double fire his relic battle cannon into this Contemptor Dreadnought to try and get it dead. Oh, the USA scored 13 versus Thailand. Oh, hey, Boozle, what's going on? I really like it when you put my eye and you put the little hands with fire. You're like, rah! Makes me smile inside. Glad I caught you live. Grats on the Hooded Goblin GT. Thanks, appreciate it. It was really fun actually, playing with a bunch of Venoms and stuff. Brandon Blue. So the Brute Shields can't go to a 2-up invulnerable save against shooting attacks with Psychic Barrier and take cover? No, not anymore. They FAQ'd that. It is dead. Basically, they changed Psychic Barrier and take cover. Take cover doesn't affect invulnerable saves, and Psychic Barrier doesn't affect invulnerable saves either. So they just kind of clarified that, so you can't get those crazy Bulgur into a 2-up invulnerable save, which was kind of pushing the envelope there for a little bit. But the second Contemptor has gone down. However, it did soak up, those 2 Contemptors did soak up a lot of wounds from the Basilisks and the Leman Russes as well, which is, you know, it's great that the Guard are killing all the tanks. However, they haven't touched the Plague Bearers yet, and those Plague Bearers, if you've ever played Nurgle before, you know how nasty Plague Bearers are towards the end of the game, especially if they're untouched.
Well, they're going to be touched.
You're gonna touch them in all the bad places. Good evening, Droop Cody. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
So I've got 4 at -1.
Once again, thanks a lot to Shadizo for the resub, Nako for the resub, Draconis for the resub. That's 2, 6, and 3 months. Nice. And the 3 latest followers: Prime Vino, Analog Tabletop, and RWB 62183. Which is a mouthful and a half. Place your bets, gentle ladies and gentlemen. Place your bets. The house is open. Do you think the night fight? Do you think the Guard play well against the Plague Bearer spam, or not Plague Bearer spam, but the Nurgle
I'll use the catching arrow.
Plague Buddies? I think is what the list is called.
I was at 10, 16 shots.
NHL Finals took priority. Absolutely, Drip Cody. It's like, go St. Louis. Okay, so while I go get a glass of water, I'm going to fill up Evans as well. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it over to the players. Bobla Joe. My money is on Evan, says Bobla Joe.
Bobla Joe.
Boozle says, I believe in the power of flashlights. I think you're quickly becoming the underdog.
Looks like
You have to crush Evan to prove that Papa Nurgle is the best one. Okay.
That's a lot of 5s.
And
It's not enough.
we'll now go over. I've learned not to bet against Plague Bearers recently, says RWB.
That's a fair statement.
That is a fair
That's a very,
statement.
very
You know,
fair
betting against Plague Bearers, you're bound to get some nasty cough.
Yes.
Or something. If you're
Or
lucky, it's a
something. If you're lucky, it's a cough. If not, your butt falls out of its place.
That's right. Don't laugh,
Okay, and now we go over to the players.
29 there, so they're -1 anyway. You know what? He's gonna shoot a Leviathan. I gotta do some damage. Sure. Both shots are gonna go down, so I'll just do both at the same time. Okay. So, first one. I'll use a Catch Hand reroll. For 4. I'll take that. Second one. Can't do worse than 5. 6. So 10 shots. Okay. 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 5 because you're at -1, right? That's right. Rerolling 1s. So a lot of 1s. Only 4. But I need 5s to hit. Four. Can't kill him. And 3s. Strength 9. 1 at -3.
Damage.
3. Take 1.
So he has 13 left.
That was pitiful. I should have probably used it to. I can't. I actually could use a command point for that one. Okay. Let's do some. So they can't shoot because they did that. All these guys are gonna fire into the front play bearer.
Mm-hmm.
Front play bearer squad. I've got one guy out of rapid fire there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It's 30 shots.
Okay.
30. And 5, because you are -1, right?
Yep.
Ah. I'll just take out the hits. 5.
There you go.
Cat down here?
Is there cat? No. But the House of Roaches.
Oh.
Chippy chippies.
Chippy chippies.
There's jalapeno, dill pickle, and pretzels.
That's actually not bad for me. What are those ones?
There's a combination of different things.
And 5, right?
5.
One,
Okay,
2, 3,
folks.
4,
Are
5,
the
6.
2 winners of Night Fight going to
6
battle
winners.
it out next
Those
time?
are 5s, right?
Okay, we're back. Evil Chicken Bits says, are the 2 winners of Night Fight going to battle it out next time? How about the 2 losers? Will they be matched against each other? Potentially. We're just starting this out. We'll see what happens. I've already got a list of people who are like, can I be on Night Fight? I want to put my hat in the ring. So, it's exciting. Do you know which FAQ I could find that info in? I think the one with the Astra Militarum not being able... I think it's in the Astra Militarum. Yeah, no, the change to psychic powers and stuff. To the psychic barrier and stuff not affecting. I think it's in the... Yeah, I think it's in the Astra Militarum FAQ. I'd like to see a Night Fight League win loss standings. Yeah, you know, it's definitely something. We're just starting this, so we have no idea what's going to happen. So, what is your thoughts on Nid Cult Soup? Salty. Salty soup. Delicious, but salty at the same time. And he's put 1 wound on the Leviathan Dreadnought? Okay. Put 1 wound on the Leviathan Dreadnought. And now slowly taking away some of these Plague Bearers. He has killed 5 Plague Bearers so far. 5 so far. So.
I believe that's the end of my charge, or shooting phase. Not my charge phase, my shooting phase.
Mm-hmm.
So I will charge. The Bullgryns are going to charge Plague Bearers. Okay. Here we go! 6 inches. I should be pretty good to go where I want to go. Yeah. Stay away from that guy. Although I think I could take him.
Can the Leviathan regenerate any wounds?
In combat, he can. If he kills something in combat, I roll a die for everything he's killed. On a 5+, he gets wound back.
That's all my charges.
Give me 1 sec here. I'm just thinking if I want to warp surge them or not.
I deny you. I can't deny you. That's a lie.
Hmm?
I'm like, I deny you. I'm like, I can't deny you. That's a lie.
I'm gonna warp surge them for 2 command points. Down to 2.
Bobbler Joe says that's just silly.
Warp
Did I
That
warp
the
surge them?
Leviathan can regen.
Okay, stop.
To be honest, Bobbler Joe, the Leviathan regenerating actually makes it a very good choice for a Nurgle army. Especially just running into a bunch of chaff. Because then it can like beat up on some guys. The only thing is that it can't fall back from combat and shoot. It's just like a fine line between, do I charge in and try regenerate, or do I stay out and like shoot stuff? So, I really like how those movement trays look on the table. I'm hesitant to invest in them because I really like the freedom of spreading the army however I want.
Death Ray Designs has different setups for them. You can get ones that are 5 just in a straight line, so you can spread them out. I just didn't get them because I didn't want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so they charge, so they each get an additional 1 attack. And
the priest?
And the priest is nearby, so they get an additional 1 attack from that.
Okay.
So that's all their attacks.
So right now, Bullgrin are doing lots of attacks into the front unit of Plague Bears. They're hitting on 4s. And, yeah. Did you warp surge them?
You did. I did.
You did? Okay, so that warp surge at -1 to hit. So 4 up invul save.
Actually, I'd like to hit on 3s. That'd be nice. Okay, looks good to me.
Yep.
Do you?
And 3.
Strength 7, yeah.
Strength 7 what?
Strength 7 minus 1, 2 damage. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13.
So we got 13 saves on the Plague Bearers in the middle from the Bulgrin.
4s.
And this is 8 Bulgrin.
It's actually a good save.
And they're 2 damage a pop. And they're
So,
strength
6
7, I
fail,
believe.
I'll
Just
reroll.
reroll successful ones.
Yeah, sure does. Oh, they are pretty cool.
So 6 die.
Cool.
So he has
down
killed 6
past
of
the
them.
money for your next phase.
Yeah.
Well, unless you
potentially.
get any guess.
Potentially.
Yeah. Unless you pop some back.
Okay.
I thought you lost 6.
How many did I take? 5?
4. I just took
Attacks back?
4. You had, because I killed 4, right? Yeah, so now I can pile in.
Okay, so
The Bulgrin decided to push in to the middle of the line, trying to take out some of these Plague Bears with them. So in total, 6 and 5,
So 11 have died.
11 have died so far.
So
Do you have a Sloppity Piper?
I do.
He does have a Sloppity Piper, so there's a high potential that D6 just come back bloop,
well,
instantly
so I thought you have to roll a 1 on your.
on 2 dice because of
Oh, yes.
Sloppity.
7 can
So there's
attack.
a good potential. And they also have the Locusts, right? They have
yeah.
Locusts, yeah. So any 6s to wound are 2 damage, which can actually do some work. And he didn't get
4s with rerolls because of
he didn't get the
so 2 saves, 1 is a 6.
he didn't get the +1
Okay, so the single
save,
damage on
so
a slap shield. Good. And the 2 damage on a slap shield.
so let's just say that. They just have a 2-up save, right?
2
With
up.
slap shields.
Well, you also had a -1 hit. The guy don't kill.
I rolled 5 and 6s. So.
Not that it matters.
Okay. But
that would
the Astra
be-
Militarum did kill 2 things this turn. 2 can 3?
I killed 3 units. 2 could.
Oh, you
contenders
killed the
and 1 contender
the Wyverns
Oh, yeah.
murdered the Poxwalkers.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're moving into
Morale.
oh, so close. So close.
So
What's over here?
12 minus 7. So 13 minus 7, so 6.
Okay with that. Bulgrins do work. Okay. What, they do work?
as in tell the
Oh,
tell the peeps what
how
your
they
plan
did
was
work?
this turn.
So, okay. Shit. Okay, so this turn, I realized that I can't shoot the Blight Lord Terminator, so he's gonna come up here and probably try and kill these units. Try is a relative term, he's going to. But I had to start dealing with what can really hurt my guns, my big guns, which is the 2 Contemptors and the Leviathan. So my 1 Leman Russ got the Contender down to 2 wounds. I used my other Basilisk to just kind of kill that, which is really good. My Relic Leman Russ, he's awesome. I keep forgetting it's 3 damage. Killed the other one, and I tried to soften up the Plague Bearers with my Guardsmen to get it so they didn't have the -1 hit, because I would have hit a lot more in the assault phase with them. I wish there was another way to get rerolls for them other than with Yark. There's really no other way, which is sad, but Yark's 100 points, so. But I think I can take the brunt of a lot of this BS that's about to happen to them, because it's going to happen, and go from there. I like Bogren.
Conclusion. He likes Bulgari. So, they left combat.
They did.
I will get an engineer point because these guys are on.
At the end of the turn. But you will, yes. Oh,
They're allowed to move though, right?
Yeah.
You're still allowed to move
They
them.
just can't do anything else.
Okay.
I should probably score my turn.
I'm going to advance them.
Okay, so
6
it's
kills, 5, 11.
Oh my god. I got 2 big game, right?
Evan Alfarius says, "Oh, Muffin, you don't get to reroll your 64 dice. Oh,
It
Muffin."
wasn't 64. It was.
There was a flipping lot of them. That's what it was.
3 times.
Gingy Bum, you said, what would a list with 3 Demon Princes and Nurgles and Rest Plague Bearers buff characters do? That's not a novelty list. Like, that's the kind of list you see as a defender list a lot at like tournaments, like team events, like the ETC. 160 to 180 Plague Bearers with a couple of buff characters, and you actually hold objectives and don't die. However, they don't kill anything. Like they just don't kill anything.
Which, you know what though? That's not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
They just take up space, which is important. Yeah.
Mm. So it would be like it's definitely it's a strong list. Plays to missions well. However, it's a mind numbing. It is absolutely mind numbing.
Oh, that list? Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
I don't know how you do it with.
Hey, Zappin' too. What's going on, buddy?
I don't do it well.
And Bobla Joe's asking, do the Bulgarian have an invul save? They can buy a brute shield
For the same points.
for the same points as a slab shield, and it gives them a 4-up. Really? A 4-up? Oh, it gives them a 4-up invul, which is pretty cool.
Well, that's why you could get to a 2-up environmental save before the FAQ'd it.
Right, makes sense. Gingy says it's true, but gives my Gene Sealer nightmares. Yeah, that makes sense, Mind numbing is no fun. No, it's not. So a lot of the like top competitive Nurgle lists you see, you'll notice them running 60 Plague Bearers max. Because you don't really need more than that in order to get the job done. He has flamers and stuff too, right? Leviathan Dreadnought is money. I love that guy, and I try to kill him every time I see him on the table.
He won't survive next turn.
That's what you think.
No, he won't. The amount of firepower I'm going to shoot at him, he won't have it. Challenge accepted.
And the banter has begun once again, folks.
Come at me.
Essay. Sorry. Come at me, essay. In the spirit of the Spanish overlords?
I have to put my giant Mexican flag up.
Right.
Yeah.
You're in Canada. You know.
Okay. Everything.
You're in everything. You are my everything.
No.
This okay then.
Okay, so psychic phase.
You're a psychic phase.
He's gonna smite.
Is he?
He's gonna try. He does.
I'll try and stop it with the astropath. Cool. Stop with the 6.
He's gonna cast -1 to hit on the Leviathan.
Okay.
He does. It's a 6.
Nope, I'm out of range.
Cool. I did that
Again.
on purpose.
With the amount I'm going to shoot at him,
You better hope, Evan. You better hope.
I'll hurt him. I might not kill him. I'll hurt him.
Shooting. We'll start with my Feywild Blight spawns. First guy is going to shoot into the Bulgrin.
Okay.
So he is strength 6.
What's the negative?
3.
4. Sorry, I'm just working out.
Yep. He's going to hit you 4 times.
Okay. No, I won't use. No, you know what? I'm going to pop one for take cover for them.
Okay. So you're down to 4?
Yeah.
Wounding on 3s, rerolling 1s.
What's the strength of it?
7 now, I think?
Okay.
6 or 7? Yeah, I'm wounding you on 3s.
Yeah.
3 at -3.
Okay, so I will. I guess it's a 3 up either way, right? Because I'm down to either a 1 up armor save.
Well, does that take cover affect your invul save?
I thought it did. One of them still does. Oh no? So it's either 4 up or a. It's a 4 up or a 4 up. Doesn't really matter. I'll take it on your normal save.
Okay.
Save 2.
So 2 die.
No, I saved 2.
Oh,
Roll a 6 and 4.
Okay, so 1 dies. And then I'm gonna rinse and repeat with the other guy.
Okay.
Do I want to? I'm gonna pop veterans for 1 command point.
Okay.
Do I spend it? I do. So you're gonna be
Down to 1?
strength. Oh, that was good. Strength 11. I'm gonna hit you. I'll use my last command point on that
Cool, you're out.
for 1.
Nice!
So 2 rerolling 1s. It's a wound.
So I'll take it on a brute shield this time. 4 up either way. Nope.
Okay.
Nice.
He did.
Cool.
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah, that re-rolling a 1 into a 1 really hurt for the strength 11 Bale Flamer. But you did kill 2 of the them.
Yep.
In close combat. That's a million attacks that are gone.
If 8 attacks, I'm gonna lose.
So he's gonna flame these guys and.
Thanks for letting me know Zappin too. I'll fix them right now.
How many
Actually.
guys are in that unit?
20.
Oh, they seem to be fine on mine. Maybe you're watching an old stream. In my panel, they are
Save, right?
Astra Militarum Evan
he's minus
and Nurgle Jason.
Minus 1 to hit. Alright, so I'm gonna shoot into
So I don't know why
So the flamers hit
you've got the old one there.
5 times. Wounding
Right,
on
mine seems to be working okay.
So 4 at -1.
6.
Okay.
1.
Smite is for chumps. Well, Smite can be really powerful if you use it properly. But panel seem accurate. Says no strats. Is that your political platform? No stratagems. No strats.
Oh, on that reroll. Sorry. Wait. No, yeah, I do. Alright, so 2's reroll.
I have to remember to roll that 7 to get all the command points back.
All of them hit.
Is this the Leviathan?
Yeah.
What's he shooting at?
No, at the other guy.
Oh, you're hitting this guy?
Yeah.
He's shooting at one of the Lehman Russes.
The
And
non-relative.
My
4s.
sadness.
So. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's weird. Zapping too.
So we got 6, 9, 11 saves.
11 saves on that Lehman Russ.
-2.
2 damage a pop.
-1.
-1.
Minus
So 4s.
So we'll see what happens here.
So they're 2 DMG trait.
Yep.
2,
Mm.
4, 6, 8,
He's dead.
10, 12.
14.
14.
Oh, yeah.
He dead.
Is he
He dead.
He's not.
Okay, so another Lehman Russ dead. Only 1 Lehman Russ left on the table. That Leviathan Dreadnought just picking a target and making it disappear. It's
So
like
relative
magic.
too, though, so.
Mm-hmm. And he flamed a couple of guys out of our squad as well.
So I'm going to.
Pretty cool. Have a deep love for Cyclops demo vehicles, but they are so bad. I've seen a few people run them to good effect. The Cyclops vehicles, it's like a las cannon. Essentially, you can run up in the middle of the board and explode, which can be kind of fun. Especially if you know you're going first. So you try and hide them. They can really throw people for a loop who are trying to like avoid them up and down and around. So, they're charging now. We got some Overwatch happening here. We got
Leviathan's
some
charging in. I'm also going to charge the Demon Prince in.
right.
And then my Blight Lord is going to try a longer charge on that squad over there.
Okay, I like it. Is that a 10-man?
It's a big
20-man.
blob unit.
Oh, it's a conscript unit.
No.
No.
It's an
Oh,
infinite
it's
squad that's
you've
big
a
and
blobbed
combined.
unit. Okay. Cyclops demo vehicles are a Forge World Astra Militarum
Upgrade, yeah.
upgrade that
Lower.
no, it's not an upgrade. It's like a little unit.
It's
You
an
can
elite.
take them. It's an elite choice, and they're like 100 points or something.
No, I think they're less than that.
Really? And they basically run up and they blow up and they do like an aura explosion that
Dude!
does las cannons essentially. They're cute mini bomb
I
tanks.
really hope
Yes,
I
mini
win
bomb tanks.
So he's
But they are fun. Skay, thank you for your
Demon
follow.
Prince
Appreciate it
going in.
as well. without further ado, let's go to the players and see what they're saying.
White Lord.
I can't Overwatch because
Yes, can't see him. So he's like right here. So I need like a 6.
6 or 7. Well, roll and see if it matters. It might not even matter. Yeah,
It doesn't matter. He's right in.
She doesn't matter.
Coming out swinging. I'll start with him.
With you, him?
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's it.
You made it?
Yep. Oh,
Yeah, I rolled an 11. Of course you did.
All right, so he gets D3 attacks per attack.
Mm-hmm.
So he has 3 attacks.
Cool.
Hits on 3s, and he's wounding you on 2s, rerolling 1s because he has a plague weapon. So that's 6 dead guardsmen.
At minus.
-2.
At minus more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that. I love that
The
flail.
foil's good.
At minus
That
enough
was
to not
kind of
matter.
that's kind of a bad roll for it, but he could have killed like 12 guardsmen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But-
I'm not gonna interrupt. So.
Okay, so I'll do the levy next. So he has 4 attacks. Hits on 2s. He's gonna reroll 1s because my prince. And he's gonna wound you on 2s. And that's 3. You get your save.
3 to 5 plus. Nope.
Alright, 5 up, he gets a wound back. Does not.
So these ones I need to keep track of because I can suffer from round for those guys.
And those ones too, right?
And these 6, yeah.
So 7 attacks from the prince, 2s, rerolling 1s.
That's the false emperor. Yep.
Oh, thank you, sir.
It didn't matter over there. You were only
No.
6 and 6.
And, wow. So we got 5 dead guardsmen.
Oh. Okay.
Was that a blob as well?
Yeah. Sure was.
And you can attack back.
I shall. I will. I guess I'll have to do over here first.
Okay.
So this. That. So I'm only going to get 10 attacks. Sorry, 11 because the sergeant's there. One of the sergeants is there. 5, 10, 11. So Krieg are really cool. They hit on 3s in close combat. Cool.
The Creed guys?
Krieg hit on 3s in close combat. Nothing.
Okay.
And then these guys, they will all go into the Demon Prince. Not that I guess it really matters. Because he's toughness.
6.
6s or 6s.
Does it?
Doesn't really matter. They're going to go to him. He's less wounds.
Okay.
So we've got 5, 9 guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 1 for the sergeant. 3s! I love it. I love it. Nothing.
Damn it. I wanted you to try so I can make a save and bounce back more wounds.
Well, I need 6s. That's what I have. Okay, so morale.
Morale.
Are you?
No.
No, I'm not. Okay. So I lost 6 there. Yeah, I lost 6 there, and I lost 8 there. That I need to be aware of. So I'll do this one first.
Mhm.
So I'm just gonna take the morale.
Okay.
So on a 1, I don't lose any. Ooh, Jesus Christ.
So now we're in the morale phase.
I rolled a 1 here, so I don't.
We have the Leviathan.
Point to do a D3 here.
Cool. So D3 plus
3.
almost 10.
So I lose 3.
And those are the Death Corpse of Krieg guys.
Okay. So at the end of my turn.
But yes, there were 9 flies. You had 3 Void Raven Bombers, 3 Hemlocks, 3 Crimson Hunter Exiles. That's a lot of flies.
Because I have 3 characters on 3.
Not fun at all.
Where's your other turn? Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh, he's going for the bonus point.
He got it this turn.
Where's the command point total right now?
It's 3 for me and 0 for him. Okay, so you got.
You used all your CPs?
He has, yeah. So you got.
So we're down to 3
kill,
CPs.
hold, but that's it. I got
0
kill
for
more,
Jason, so
I got
CPs are
hold
done for the Nurgle.
For secondaries.
And then for victory points,
Okay, so
Evan actually got
I have two guys there, and I can do this to get more at the end, right? So you're gonna have at least one reaper. I'll tell you that right now. You got a recon. You have an engineer, right? Yep. I have an engineer as well.
So now we start getting all these points.
Oh, that's right. Okay. It's 9-8 for Jason.
So 8 points now. That was a 7-point turn for the Astra Militarum. And a 5-point turn for Jason. Because the secondary is starting to kick in. So still very, very close as we move into a battle round number 3. With the Astra Militarum, taking it. We've only been playing for a little over an hour now. So quick recap of the game. Jason, why don't you tell people what you were trying to do this turn?
Well, I knew I probably wasn't going to kill more, so I was just trying to kill something to get killed. I made that long charge with the Terminator, which was kind of cool. It didn't do as much as I wanted. My Blight spawns didn't do as much damage to the Ogrins as I wanted. I was hoping to be dropped maybe half of them. If not, I figure I might get lucky and kill them all if I rolled well, but I didn't. I knew I was going to get the bonus point because it kind of set it up for that. Kept my Tallyman back because he's going to be kind of useless, kind of buffing my one Terminator, so I figure he can kind of do something and get me that bonus point every turn.
So fall back.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to chip away at Guardsmen to work on Reaper, and I'm going to try and work on these Bulgrin, or whatever the heck they're called.
The priest will advance.
Yep.
4, 3, 9 inches. The Primaris, he'll just move. So 6. So they're on the bottom level. I just can't get them there. And then, yes, Astropath will move as well. Okay, bottom level.
Evan also brought me 5 more Incubi. And Janezar, which will be really fun to try out. I think running 10 Incubi, either as Inari or as Dark Eldar, is going to be really fun with Drazar. But all in all, it's definitely a very close game because the resiliency of the Nurgle is going to really kind of come through to the firepower of the Imperial Guard. Those Bulgrin, though, in the middle of the board are probably one of the main threats that have to be dealt with. So Smexin. Skari, do you have any tips on how to use the Incarn in games? Well, I used it yesterday. Battle Report will be up soon. And I'm learning that she's just a lot more technical. Like, I feel like you have to hold her back for a couple of turns and then use her very aggressively turn 3, 4, 5. How do the new Inari go with Dark Eldar? Asks Jinji. Well, the new Inari are in a very particular spot because we can really kind of play with them and kind of mix them in with like the Drukhari or whatever. But I feel that Drukhari units are very well suited to be Inari. Does she die in Deep Strike? So Smexen, you can deploy the Incarn now, so you just deploy her. So you don't have to put her in reserve anymore. No, she doesn't die in Deep. Well, you just deploy her now, and then as soon as something dies, she teleports to it. That's it. You can teleport to it. You don't have to. It is something that you can do if you want. Incubi are fun. I just wish they were better. Same here, OG Snoop. I do as well.
He's a 5 for normal safe. He has a -1 hit.
So they have a 4-up in combat, though, right?
They do. Yeah. Whereas the Space Marine one has a 4-up.
Just standard. Yeah.
Well,
They're different. I can regenerate.
One of these things is not like the other. As he looks at the 2 Leviathan dreadnoughts, one dripping with ooze and one covered in litanies of bravery.
Yeah.
One of these things does not seem the same. The melee-only Doom is nice for Dark Eldar in Inari. Yeah, the melee-only Doom as well as a stratagem for reroll wounds means you can have, and then with the Harlequins, means you can have like 3 different units get absolutely mulched
So these
by
two guys will
re-rolling
shoot
stuff,
their
which kind of comes in handy quite a bit. When you have like you know, a like just a good combos. But I feel like the Razorwing Flux, which are the little birds, they are crazy as an Ari now because they have like 5 up invulnerable saves, and then you run the Hellions do really well when you can reroll wounds for them as well. And if you can do it with a stratagem, they can also jump in and do damage, which is really nice.
2.
So always a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. Just shooting a lot of catechins in there.
Yeah.
Could that reroll wounds actually make Banshees wound something? Yes, I guess so. Banshees, I think, are misrepresented in the meta. I feel like they could do a lot of damage if used properly, and I think in certain matchups they're clutch, like against Tau, they just absolutely crush Tau.
Yeah, they shut down that Overwatch.
You know, yeah, shutting down Overwatch is so powerful. In Inari, would Incubi with the Strength and Death thing that improves them enough? Yeah, you'd have to pay the 2 command points for them to get the Soul Burst actions. You know, it only gives them always strike first in combat, so it'd only be useful against like very close combat-y armies. Would your Battlefleet Gothic game be on Uber, Tuband, or Twitch? What time? It's gonna be filmed by Ash, so wherever he puts it on, you know, Guerrilla Miniature Games. Hey, Year of Shorty, what's going on, buddy?
I have to kill them.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll go back to the table where some crazy stuff is happening.
On my relic guy.
Yes, he's trying to shoot into this. Have you shot anything else into him?
No. Well, last turn.
Okay.
No, you have no command points.
I had no command points.
No command points left. Oh, and now we have the Relic Battle Cannon Commander firing everything into the Leviathan Dreadnought, rerolling hits and wounds, thanks to basically Lost Cadia.
Reroll one. Reroll one is the only one I can use. Because I've already used my smoke launchers, and the other one is full throttle, which I have to move.
Oh, yeah. Crazy bastard. 3 wounds. -1.
Yep. Oh, you do 3 wounds. That's good. Good start.
Good start. Last cannon. Roll. Hits. Strength 9 wounds.
Yep.
For 3.
Alright, it's down to 7.
Battle cannon can fire twice because it didn't move.
You mentioned you could make a save.
Bomb shot.
Make a save, you bastard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Oh, thank God for Vengeance Acadia. There we go. 4 hits and force. Thank God for Vengeance Acadia.
Come on.
1. Ah.
He lives.
Well,
Maybe. Yeah, of course,
3
because I can't make a save.
Okay, so I'm going to do the single Basilisk firing into him.
Yep. What did I roll there?
It was
A 2?
Yeah.
Was it a 2?
I'll take 5 shots. Then you have 5. 5 are your only ones.
So the Leviathan Dreadnought has 4 wounds left. After that entire battle cannon and last cannon shooting at him. But he's still alive. He's still alive.
I didn't make 1 save.
Hmm?
I didn't make 1 save.
He didn't make a single save, but he's still alive. Rust Tank is at -2 to hit with non-turret weapons.
What? What
The non-turret weapons are -2, but he didn't move, right?
No.
Yeah, he didn't move this turn.
Yeah, he's not -2. Why is he -2?
No, the non-turret weapons.
Yeah,
if you
if you didn't-
move,
but I-
yeah,
yeah,
but you
but-
didn't move,
yeah, I didn't
so
move.
it's a moot point.
Yeah,
Shoot the surprise death strike missile. Yeah, I know it's surprise.
So here's the first shot. I'm just gonna do them both.
Which is really funny. There's like a guy in the UK that runs like 9 death strike missiles or something. No, they come in ones. Before the rule of 3, he'd run like 9 death strike missiles. So I think it's really funny. Levy. So what was the Inari list used yesterday? Quick
So 5s, or you want
preview, please. I didn't use an Inari list yesterday. I used my Drukari list yesterday.
Okay, 3 hits.
But I had the Incarn in it. The thing is now the
One of minus one,
Incarn
one
and
minus
the Inari characters can be in a Drukari detachment without.
So I gotta roll average to kill him. I roll above average, so I roll 4. Does not roll. Levy dead.
Was that a Basilisk?
Yeah, that was the double firing basilisk.
Didn't make one save.
You already command points now.
I am.
Okay, so the Levy Dread has soaked up.
His whole shooting.
No, 2 basilisks and this guy.
Well, yeah.
The Relic Acadia is ridiculous with the reroll hits and wounds.
Yeah.
That thing is nasty against Chaos.
It's like a 1 per game stratagem. Not every turn for 1 command point.
It's nuts, is what it is.
He's gonna fire into this guy.
But so I had the Incarn. I had basically my a combination of my Venom list.
Can't do any worse. Yes, I can. So, 11, 12.
Drew Cody says, I was toying with the idea of an Inari list with 3 Venoms for the Warriors and 3 Holly Transports of players. Do you think this could be as good as your Venom spam list?
Ugh.
I think it's different, but yeah, absolutely.
That's
I feel like the players in the Harlequin Transports are very, very strong, very powerful. So you can definitely do a lot of damage that way. However, you have to sort of play really smart because you can't throw anything away in that style list. Because what I was finding with my Venom list with only 6 Venoms, I'm playing very conservatively with my Venoms. Not just like jumping out and doing a lot of damage. When I'm running 12 Venoms, they're all expendable. When I'm running 6 Venoms, they're still expendable, they're just not as expendable. So, you know.
Right. 4 rolling ones.
And now we're in combat?
Nope, still shooting.
Oh, these are the Wyverns shooting?
Yeah, I'm shooting into his blade.
All the Wyverns are shooting into the Blightlord. Because he wants to try and kill this Blightlord Terminator.
I do. Because it's only 1 model left with 1 wound. 5s with a reroll.
So we'll see what happens.
I'm okay with that, actually. 2, 4, 6, 7 at -1.
Alright. We haven't been rolling, you probably killed him 7 times.
God.
Come on. Make this, you bastard. Yes!
Yeah, he lived!
Fuck me.
Here I am rooting for the Blightlord Terminator. He made 6 out of 7 saves at -1, and then passed his 1 feel no pain he had to make. Oh, dear me, that was awesome.
Okay, the Bullgrin will charge.
And that is all for shooting. Charging phase now, with the Bullgrin getting like stuck in.
Yeah, they'll just charge.
So that was big.
They'll just charge this unit.
That Blightlord not dying was big. Zappandu says, disgusting.
7.
It happens, it happens. And here come the Bullgrin. Well, there's 2 less, so 20 less attacks.
8 less attacks. In fact, there's only 1 less attack from the last turn. Like 1 last guy.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Anyway.
And now on to Evan as he counts up his attack.
4, 3, and 3. Right? 6 guys left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They charge, so they get 1. And there's a priest near within 6 inches, so they get another 1. Because they're really affected by the priest. They're not out of -1 now, right?
Nope.
3s! I hate seeing those ones. I blame Skari. Okay, and 3s? We've got 4, 8, 12, 16. Only 16. Only
16 wounds into a unit of 19 plague bearers. They didn't have a -1 to hit. Therefore, you know, you never know. Plague bearers are disgustingly resilient sometimes. But hello and welcome to everybody who's been hanging out, tuning in. Thank you so much. Everybody on YouTube, everybody on Twitch. If you've just been lurking and enjoying, let us know down below in the comments that you've enjoyed the game. I really appreciate it. You'd like to share it, that'd be awesome. This is the second night fight that we've done. It's a play on words if you didn't recognize the fight night or night fight, which goes back to when that was a rule in games, where we had to play in night fight. I blame Skari. Takes 16 wounds from 32 attacks, says Alfarius. It's okay to blame me for things like that. I'll take the blame.
Goddamn right we won.
How many went down?
I killed 9.
9 went down.
Okay, I'm going to engage the other unit.
There are 10 remaining in that unit.
And I'm engaging the other unit.
No, there's 2 in that unit. He hasn't been attacking these
I haven't
guys.
touched that other unit. I've just engaged the other unit.
Oh, okay. So more than 9 died last turn. Oh, because they died to morale.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, look, I'm not paying attention. That's
My, 2 attacks
good.
back.
Yeah.
So there's the banner left?
Banner's still there.
He's still there. Just the
Of course
banner.
it's still there.
I love it.
And I've engaged this unit too.
So they're going to get fight.
3,
Yep.
4, 5, 6.
Oh, now the second unit, Plague Bear, is going to fight.
1 hit. 1 wound.
Cool, 1 wound.
Take it on
Look at
the
that.
shield.
Looking here says Beer of Harud. Funny, my first 40k army was Death Guard and Nurgle. Since then I moved on to the other greener armies. Orcs. Cool, that would definitely be a greener army. Quard Jinx. Response to the other requests, I've been looking, I've enjoyed the game. Thank you. Thanks for enjoying the game so far. Did they... Oh, you didn't roll a 1? That would have been fun, though. For Jason. Should preface that. If he would have rolled a 1, that would have been fun for Jason.
2 things, right?
You know.
1, 2.
So
Shield
right
for
now,
3.
we're going to be moving into the bottom of round 3. So this will be marking the bottom of the halfway point of the game. Each player has 0 command points remaining. They've both essentially crushed it out. It's definitely a really close game. It's nuts. It's what it is. Absolutely nuts. Because it's going to be about the primaries and the secondary points, like it is in ITC, all the more often. Yeah, I know. I'm being as generic as I can be. I'm the commentator. I can't exactly. I'm trying not to influence the game and entertain like 100 people.
You just rooted for Nurgle. How is that not being impartial?
Yeah, I rooted for how awesome the roll was because that was
That's really
improbable.
Just saying.
Okay, so Evan, back to you. Why don't you tell the folks at home what it is you were planning and how you and how.
He needs to die. He needs to die.
No, don't tell me.
Tell the folks at home. The Blight Lord needed to die. Because that would have been my 3rd kill, and I think that would have been difficult for him to get. Now he can time me, I think, with relative. I wouldn't say he can time me with relative ease. Let's call a spade a spade. Because that Demon Prince is going to eat that squad. He's going to eat them.
They left Colin, just moving them.
And I'm going to have another turn to shoot at him. Because he won't be able to get through to get to my guys. So, I've got that going for me.
Robert asked, "What's the schedule for these night fights?" Well, right now, currently we've been sort of doing them on Wednesdays, right? This one was just was an idea until yesterday, and then it materialized. I already have a few people being like, "Can I be on the next night fight?" So we'll try and we're gonna have a series of winners and a series of losers, and then we're gonna have challengers that step up, and then we'll basically have leagues. It'll be fun. It's the start of something fun. And but to answer your question, Robro, no, there's no. Just look out for the posters, man. When the posters go up, thank you, Damien, for making the posters. When the posters go up, they'll be like tonight or tomorrow night, night fight, and then you just make sure you tune in. Ideally, it'll be Wednesdays. They're like the best day for me personally, in terms of like family schedule and stuff like that. So, are they -1 to hit? They're -2 to hit. Oh, Plague Bearer is -2 to hit. So nasty. And 3 dead from a smite. Yep, that does make sense. Yes, psychic phase. 3 of them died. Can I be on the next night fight? Says Robert Landborn. Yes, come on up to the studio and bring an army, and we'll find a challenger. It'll be fun. It took like 30 seconds for Evan to get a challenger. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Jason was like, let's do this. Jack A. Laugh My Ass Off. Thank you for the follow. And Brett's Cross. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. It's like an underground boxing ring. Exactly. That's the whole point. Except we're broadcasting it to the entire planet. Who doesn't have grenades? Really? Well, Terminators have never had grenades. It was just the Grey Knight Terminators that had grenades. They also had they had grenades, but that was like their thing. It's like no Terminator ever has grenades except for Grey Knights, which is the weirdest thing ever. Drew Cody said, I wish I lived closer to Ontario. I wish to participate in Once My Own. Yeah, of course. You could fly up and whatever, we'll do it. When the studio's like, 10 people creating content, I'll fly people out. It'll be great. I'll post my army for you and you can move it around for me. Cool. Where's the studio? In my house. In Barrie. Hexproof. Where's the studio? It's in Barrie, Ontario. So we're just about 45 minutes north of Toronto.
Same thing.
Did he kill 2? Oh. Oh, strength 12 doubles him out, and it's 5 hits. Oh my god.
So 2-0.
Oh, that's so gross. Those flamer guys are so disgusting. They're so nasty. Oh, dead. Oh no, the flame guys just nuked the entire unit of what are they called? No, the foul Blightspawn just killed all the Bullgrin. TJ Lanigan would be proud. Because he uses them to kill everything as well. Conman Chronicles! Thought all the Depths of Stars Timmers had grenades. No, they don't have grenades. Only the Grey Knight stuff has grenades.
Bull pistol. Nope.
Hmm?
His Nurglings are charging the priest.
Oh.
Hey, he's a 4, but one will save.
Hey, those Nurglings are going to fling poop at you. On the lack of grenades things, weird fact, Mirror's Calgon Artificer Armor was the only non-Terminator infantry mod to not have grenades, but he's so interesting. Like, 1 period? Like 1 period? Ha ha ha, that was silly. I know, it was silly. Mirror's Calgar did not believe in grenades, apparently, back in the day.
Yeah, he is going to charge. He's going to charge.
And Robert Landborn. Start saving for the long haul flight. You better start saving for the long haul flight. I'll put a cot out for you so you can sleep here. We'll put you up for the time you film. We'll do like a mini wargaming bunker hotel. That's it. If I make $100,000 on Patreon, I'll open a hotel. Yeah. And then people from all over the world can come visit, and I'll put them up. It'll be fun. I'll pay for your plane tickets as well.
I would be okay with that.
You know what?
5.
Is he charging into those guys again?
Yeah.
No!
20.
I was big. Killing with Vulcan.
You know what?
28.
Yeah. Your puke machines did well.
So now the Terminator's feeling brave, and he's charging into a bunch of these little guardsmen. Oh, 1 save. And the Terminator from the lasguns
On a 2-up, you're not gonna.
plinks off.
Hey, I've seen it happen.
That's very true. Yeah.
All right, he's in.
He's charging into these guys. He just wants to
And then
murder
my prince
everyone
here,
by
yeah.
himself.
So 6 shots, I guess.
Oh man, this is nuts. This is such a crazy game. I love it. You've got like,
Jesus, they hit better than America.
this giant line of engineers. New GoFundMe, need of a freaking hotel.
Justin.
That's right.
I'll start with the Terminator. Cool.
Mm-mm.
Come on,
Terminator
big
goes
number,
first. 2d3
boys.
attacks.
Oh,
4
3.
3 attacks.
3s.
Hit.
Twice.
Will death to the false emperor. Hits 3 times.
And 2s, rerolling 1s.
And kills 6 guardsmen.
And he does.
Cool. Called the latest life after the cover save. Cool, you're from Mexican descent. What's your favorite Mexican comfort food? Everything.
I like chorizos.
Chorizo? Chorizo is good. Whenever I'm like hungry and don't know what to make, I always make a quesadilla. But like not the crazy quesadillas that are like Tex-Mex quesadillas. I mean like a legit just cheese
7.
and tortilla quesadilla.
Well, who'd been there?
Pretty sure Evans, it was Evan's wife idea.
Then
Destination
we'll
Geek Resort,
start
tournament seminars, painting tips,
with,
tactics. Yeah, like a getaway weekend. Mm-hmm.
Attacks for him.
Your Dork Lord, the Brothers in Arms supporting the stream.
And then
When will you have a
Tyrannid
Tyranid player
is
on the night fight? Are they still competitive? And when did Evan grow a
Okay,
beard?
So, 2, but one of them is 2 damage. Okay, so the normal one, 4 up.
Was there a character nearby?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
One, and then the multiple damage one. No. There's one move left.
Oh.
Are going to get him.
The Nurglings might kill
Watch, they
this
love
psyker. Oh, because you're...
His 12 attacks, attack gets 3. 4s.
Yeah, well, let's see. These Nurglings, he doesn't want to kill them, because if he doesn't kill them, he stays in combat with them.
And then toughness.
So let's see.
1 save.
Yeah, you'd support it, Robro? It's just Patreon.
Okay,
That's
take
it.
off
That
armor
is
save.
legit all the GoFundMe.
Fuck!
Did he
He
live?
did! Turn on my armor save because it's only a 6.
Oh no! The psyker has lived, which therefore
It's
no.
not a psyker, it's a
Sorry, the priest has lived
I'll take
in the middle of the table, surrounded by Nurglings and a character, which means those Nurglings and character cannot be shot at by anything in the army,
Okay, Evans,
which is
Dark.
huge.
Okay, so they died. Lost 6
It's
there.
huge. That's
One
absolutely
was-
massive. I can send you some
Oh, I got my
Vegemite.
attacks back.
Delicious.
Sorry. So I get 8 guys.
Warham Tell 6 will leaving the marker lights on for you. There you go. I like it. Yeah, maybe if you're Tau.
Yeah, I'll take
Tau. I would definitely not want to stay in the Dark Eldar room.
that's fun. No.
No.
Have you seen American War
One.
Story Hotel?
No, 1.
No.
There's a guy in there and he has. Okay, you have to watch the episode.
Is that against the Terminator? Terminator's fine.
So one guy fell.
One guy fell back.
All right, so I kill.
Very cool. Crazy thing, growing up with family would meet up for dinners in Tijuana or Calexico and have a huge Chinese dinner. That's funny. Yes, but to be honest, there was like this really good place we went to in Ottawa when we were at the CTC, and there's this little Mexican restaurant. It was like amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And there's this Como en Casa, which is a Mexican restaurant in Toronto, which I want to go. And just something like just the Mexican rice and like, it's just so delicious.
You control that one. I got 3. Yeah, you have 3 on it.
And you got another engineers, right? Because they didn't attack or do nothing. All right.
These guys didn't. They just stood there.
Okay, so we're here as we move into battle round number 4, which is going to be interesting. Sorry, I didn't mean to take a giant bite out of this pretzel, because now you can hear me chewing.
No, you have 3 Reapers, sorry, 2 Recon. Okay.
That was a big turn.
That was 17, 12.
12 for you, Evan?
Yeah.
Okay. Now's where the thinking cap comes on.
Yes.
And there it is, 12 to 17. That was a huge point for the Death Guard. Getting a bonus, getting another engineer, getting another recon point, and just starting to clear out a lot of that infantry, with the Nurglings essentially being a liaison in the middle of the board there. So let's see what we can do. That's absolutely crazy. Yeah. But thanks a lot to everybody who's just lurking and listening to the show. I'm glad you guys are just being entertained. That's all it is for a couple hours. Watching people play. Are you not entertained? Said in jest, of course. If you like the show, send Russell Crowe's jockstrap.
Okay, so they're gonna fall back again. Gonna fall back again.
I've got to kill that guy this turn.
Don't worry about him.
Oh, okay.
So Jason, why didn't you tell people about
Well,
the incredible turn you just had?
I figured it balanced out. I was hoping the dice gods would balance it out with my Blight Spawn, not only killing 2 Bullgrin last turn. They did more so because I killed all of them between the 2 of them. I knew my prince should have killed those guardsmen there. Like
Should have last turn, yeah.
But it's fine. I'm cool with that. I was worried I was going to lose the Terminator on Overwatch because he had a bunch of shots. But it didn't happen. And then I got lucky here by the priest surviving, so I could just wrap them, and then my Nurglings and my Pox Springer can't be shot. So I got a bunch of points that turn, which was pretty good. And just hopefully I can take Evan's counterpunch here, and then I can kind of push up with my Blight Spawn and start melting shit.
Okay, second phase.
Alfaria says, bedtime for me. Have a great game, gents. Good evening. Bye, Matt. Feel better, buddy. Robert, I am entertained, especially if the Dark Eldar room includes whips, chip, and other stuff.
Goes off.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to ask or tell.
Or I won't.
Can you parallel zone the die? For 1.
On my Nurglings?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've got a bunch of catechins running up to the middle of the board because all the Nurglings are in the middle of the board here. Some of us, unfortunately, have some jazz to do and can't just eat snackies and neat out. I mean, I thought you meant geek out. But yeah, it's kind of like I'm eating snackies out of a big bowl because this is kind of like what you do when you're watching Fight Night. You're like, cook his ass! That's how you use, it's like, when you're watching like WWE, you gotta get like really into it. So they are jalapeno actually. They're quite good.
So
Jalapeno chips.
Here, so I'm gonna target him with this guy.
Are you now?
I am. It's gonna happen.
We had to move over his half distance,
Yes,
right?
I did. I don't need to fire
Yeah.
with battle cannon.
All right, now the maneuvering of the
Heavy bolters.
super battle cannon guy.
So you move, so you're -1 to hit, right?
Oh,
The side would.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling 1s though.
mm.
And 5s. 1 to -1. 3 up. Of course. Yeah. And he takes 1. Last cannon.
Okay.
Hits. Wounds. -3. 5 up. Damage. 1.
Takes 2 damage so far down on this Demon Prince with a relic battle cannon commander.
The saves are awesome for me.
Battle cannon. 4 shots.
The saves are not bad. He's ordering himself to reroll
1.
right, to hit, which makes sense when you run a battle cannon commander.
So 3 hits.
You got all this cool stuff.
Ah, only 1.
Oh no.
So 4 up because it's
Minus
the armor
2.
save. Of course.
3 damage.
3 damage. Oh. Once I ate some wasabi chips and had a horrible allergic reaction. My face was warped for a couple of weeks. Interesting. I haven't found anything I'm allergic to yet. What's going on?
You
A
see my
basilisk
passive?
Into the oh man, this Blightlord
I'll reroll
Terminator.
one with catching, so I can't do any worse for 5 shots.
Is
of
it?
course,
It's
reroll once.
D6 right here.
Yeah.
Which is the one that's D6 against big units and D3 Demolisher cannon.
Demolisher cannon.
Yeah.
So,
Hey Rob, what's going on,
twos?
buddy?
Sorry, 3s.
Ladies and gentlemen, Primaris
One of
Powerhouse,
those 3.
the winner of last week's fight night,
Oh,
is listening to us. Okay, finally the Blightlord Terminator after many after murdering everybody
I'll accept that. I'll take
is
that.
finally alive.
Okay, this basilisk
He
will
did
fire
okay. Hello
50% of my choice.
Sanfo086.
I only need 6
Thanks for the late game using for background noise while
6 shots.
compiling my army for the basement open in a few weeks. Nice, that's awesome. Sadly, I will not be able to make it to the basement open, which is a shame. But I will be seeing my son dance in his hip hop dance recital for the first time. He's gonna be like, what, hip hop, ma ma ma. So that's gonna be cool. I'm really excited about that. But I will be going to Black Knight Games on the 22nd of. So basically, I can't go on the Sunday, so I'm not going for the weekend. I'm gonna go to an RTT on just try out some crazy list ideas at RTTs, and I've got a challenge to paint and get my Reaper ready. So I might take a Reaper that can snipe characters, and that'd be really fun. Just finished an entire box of ice cream cones. I like to eat the ice cream cones as well, Robro. Like they're delicious. A box. I will go through a whole box of ice cream cones with no shame whatsoever because I think it's delicious.
17
and
20 shots.
absolutely delicious. The funny thing is I have wasabi since no effect. It was a test experiment. Maybe it was. Maybe it was like the rat poison in there or something. You never know. Something could have happened. But right now we've got the Astra Militarum shooting at plague bearers now.
Yeah,
because that's all you can shoot at.
That's all that's left. Other than
and then -2 to shoot plague bearers, so they're super hard to hit. It's just like it's something that guard don't like. Was that all the wyverns put together?
Yeah. No, that was just the second one.
He had a really good roll.
Oh, okay.
20 shots.
Gross.
Hey, I'll kill 2 guys. Okay.
Yeah,
Those
so-
guys aren't in combat anymore, so I'll rapid fire.
You're welcome for the late game though, but thanks a lot for tuning in. We have tons of stuff happening. I can't wait for it to have SkaredCast dice. That's gonna be great.
I'll buy them.
Yeah, I'll buy them too, and then hand them out to
You'll
people.
buy 2, just 2. Right?
I'll buy 2 dice. I'll put them in my dice pile. It'll be great. Thanks for the live stream, guys. Love the content. Have an early day tomorrow. Good luck to both armies, says Drew Cody.
Well, thank you, sir.
There you go.
Pick a side. Stop being offensive.
No problem, Drew Cody. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. Really appreciate it.
Nope. No wounds.
Bro, yes, I enjoy delicious cones of ice cream with no ice cream in them. If there's ice cream, I prefer them with ice cream. But if there's ice cream, I can just eat them like cookies. I just like they're wafers, except like wafer cookies, but without all the like as much sugar in between. That's all they are. Or waffle, right? Like the waffle cones, which are absolutely incredibly delicious, in my opinion.
And then 5.
So, just saying.
1, 2, 3, 4. I need to get super lucky to drop you below 20 in his face.
2 more, so that's 4 plague bearers so far from both wyverns.
No, this is I'm on the guardsman now.
Oh, okay. All the wyverns killed 2.
Yeah. Hitting on 6s.
Hitting on 6s is not fun for plague bearers.
So these guys are gonna shoot.
I mean, not fun for guardsmen. Fun for the plague bearers because they get to stay alive, which is a huge part of Warhammer. Staying alive. Staying. No. And we got shut down for copyright infringement. No!
Damn you, Travolta.
Yeah.
Nothing. Okay.
So how many wounds does that Demon Prince have remaining?
6.
6 remaining. Okay.
So charges.
Me too. The only request on your dice, says Shadizo, is please choose easy to read, crazy design dice screws with my dyslexia. Well, it's probably going to be like black and blue and red all over. They're going to be called the newspaper dice. Be like, have I got news for you? Oh, another 6.
It's just 6s on it.
Yeah. Only 6s. Yeah. I get 6s on the 3s and the 6s. Because my 5-ups are like 3-ups, apparently. But I'll try and get like a fun dice design with like the SkaredCast like skull on them. Yeah, they'll look really good.
Okay.
I'm really excited about that. Pow. So place your bets halfway through. What do you think will happen as we go into turn 4, end of turn 4, 5, and 6? Let us know, folks.
He's going to charge the Nurglings.
Because you decide what happens. They don't decide at all. Sanfo, what's your thoughts on new arrival for top players using 3 Discordant Mortarion combo? Alex Harrison, GF Robinson. Mortarion is a beat stick, and then being able to support him with something that's really beat sticky to run up and basically do almost as much damage. It suffers from the same thing as like a Magnus and Morty list does. You know, it's like if you can kill Morty, it just makes it a lot easier. And a lot of lists are designed to just kill Morty in one turn. Or like any big event, going 6-0, 5-0, 9-0, like winning a tournament requires a lot of like luck in a lot of situations, especially when it comes to like matchups, right? So the Discordant Lord thing I can see. They're tough. I've played against it. They're nasty. They're fast. Flawless Host, you know, makes them attack a lot and whatever. But it's really easy. Just hide on the second floor of buildings for the game. You know,
Sure.
that's
the
it.
Astropath and the primary cycle will charge the Nurglings.
Shadizo, I have black and gold for my Custodes and can't use them. Black and gold. Ugh, that seems pretty contrasty for sure. Also, the contrast paints are going to be fun, I think. I'm excited to try them out, which is fun. But let's go to the players and hear what they're doing.
Assaults. Cool. Let's start. You don't have any command points, so you can't interrupt.
Nope.
I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's start with this 10-man guardsman squad.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go as many as I can into your character.
Okay.
So I've got 6 into him, and the other 4 will go into your Nurglings.
Okay.
So 7 attacks into your character. And toughness?
5.
So 5. 1!
He's okay?
Of course he is. And the other 4 into Nurglings. And 3s. The toughness 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 2.
Are you Catachan?
Not those guys. There's Catachan. The other guys who are about to attack are Catachan. Well, they're not about to attack, but they're going to attack. Okay, so I'll do the Astropath. Here's 1 attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was a bad idea, actually. He's on 5s. That was a really bad idea. The Primary Slicker.
How many wounds does the Astropath have?
That's a good question. Not many.
Like 4?
3. Okay. And then the Primary Psyker has 3 attacks. 1 more for the priest. Oh shit, I should have done that earlier. Forgot these guys also get that. Whatever, sucks to be me. In the Nurglings. Nailed it. It is strength 5.
2.
So 4 at minus
So we roll
1.
2.
So they're D3 damage each. So 3 and 1.
Okay, so the 1 and 3 I don't get. So you kill 1 base.
He's got 2 wounds left.
Thanks for the cheer, Rob. Appreciate it. And Rob says, slay the heretics, Evan.
I'm trying!
No pressure or anything.
Yeah, none.
It's just the whole Imperium,
Okay.
the whole life and death of the Imperium relies on just this one game.
No pressure. Okay.
Primaris Powerhouse really wants
Okay,
you
I'll do
guys to
these.
get 1 CP each. He cheered to give you each 1 CP.
Can I have a CP?
Do you want to accept your CP each?
Sure.
Yay!
I don't know if I'll. Yeah, I guess sure.
I'll take it.
I know your fucking Vengeance of
I was just
Katie,
saying,
but
Vengeance of
yeah.
Katie is 1 command point, but so these guys are gonna go next.
Each player just got a CP thanks to Rob cheering to give them both CPs.
No more of that.
I'm okay if I want to
Rob,
get.
that's
If I could get 2 more, I'd be okay with
offer.
that.
Hooray!
Okay, so this
That's
Catachan
not
unit
normal in competitive 40k, just so you know.
is gonna go into the
And if they
Nurgles.
want to use it, that's up to them.
I don't even know what I'm gonna spend it on.
No problem, bro.
I know exactly what I'm gonna spend my
Bro,
on.
bro, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate
Okay, so
it.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I should probably put it on my mic so you can kind of hear what I'm saying, right? But thank you, Rob, for the Twitches, for the bits.
Yeah, because the priest is there. Right.
But right now, we're getting to that nitty-gritty part of the game, like around turn 4, turn 5, where, you know, you start kind of, it's like the final gambit time of the game.
And turn 4. 2s.
So,
Oh,
we're really
4,
kind of
8,
seeing
9.
here what is going to happen. So we shall see what happens as we move.
5s and 5s.
Okay, so we have our first challenger for the next night fight, which will be John and his Necrons. He got wife approval, so now, so now we're gonna need a challenger to take on John's Necrons, which will be fun. Setting a precedent, says Rob. Yes, that's right. This is comp play. Extra CP is not allowed. Okay, great. Now you're taking them away.
Wait, who said that?
Rob, he giveth and he taketh
No,
away.
he's not. I will use the priest next, and he's gonna go in your character. Okay. So he's 3 + 1 for his own aura.
He is setting a precedent. No, it's in jest. It's in jest. We are playing a competitive game. There's no extra CPs.
So and he is strength 5
Since they were rolled out by like turn
at minus
turn
1,
2 or turn 3 or whatnot. So who knows? Because
I've got these guys and those guys left.
how many Nurglings are left?
1 with 2 moons. Yeah.
1 Nurgling left, eh? And then you still have. Oh yeah, you still have the giant unit of plague bears and your psychers and stuff. Okay. Let's see what happens
That's
here.
1 unit though?
Yeah. So I can do this to stay in your coherency. Within 2 inches. So 3 guys can attack the Nurglings.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Who did so much damage to the Nurglings?
Catachans.
Oh, there was 1 unit. This is a second unit.
This is the second
Okay, there were 2 10-man units that
So
charged
here's
in.
the-
Who do you think has this? Says Skari. I mean, you asked Skari.
and
I will make a
twos.
judgment at the end of turn 5. I think the next turn
4.
for the Death Guard and the next turn for the Astra Militarum is going to make the difference between who wins and loses this game.
This is at the Nurgle, right?
Simply because the guards still have the Wyverns and the Basilisks and the Tank Commander, which is super, super hard. However, the Nurgle have like more control over the points. 1 CP even if each player can turn the tide for single side. Yeah, especially late game. 100%.
And then the last guy, so I've got 5, 6, 7 guys.
So, and this is them attacking a bunch of stuff.
No, those guys hit on
Oh shit.
You had three
Oh,
more. Three
did I?
fives.
Okay. So
A
two
whole
plus-
bunch. This is the list I'm thinking about. Never mind. Oh, so Smexon, no problem. Never mind then. Never mind. You know, one of the things that Nurgle does really well at ITC missions is not give up like kill more a lot of the time, especially when you've got
yeah.
like when you've got like
Right.
when you've got like the plague bearers really doing most of the screening, because it's very hard to kill plague bearers. Like yes, most armies can kill a whole unit of plague bearers in a turn, at least competitive armies. However, as it comes later in the game, it's harder and harder to kill them.
He will attack the Astropath.
Okay, he's based.
Okay, but he's in base with the Astropath, right?
Or within
No,
an inch.
The Astropath was in base with the Nurglings. He's in base with these guys.
So okay.
So he can attack the Krieg guys.
Is he within an inch of the guy?
No.
All right, the Kree guys. 2s and 3s and.
Yeah, no problem, Rob. Thanks for the cheer, buddy.
-2.
It's like,
Definitely
go players playing 40k, beating each other up. That's kind of how that works.
the big Nurgle unit.
Mm-hmm. So, lots of things going on. Lots of things going on. I like it. I like it. But we'll see what happens as the end of the game draws near. So, let us know what you think down in the comments before you skip to the end. Considering, you know, the game's been going for 2 hours and, well, we've been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes. The game's been going for about 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes, maybe. So, it's definitely, they're still on pace for a competitive game, which is great. Turn 4. As the turns get shorter and shorter, man, my language is not so good tonight.
Four.
1. Another one save there.
One?
Yep.
I like to have an old school priest with a little
I have
power
three
sword.
of them.
Nice.
I have 3 different ones.
I like the old sculpts
Yeah.
from GW. Some of the old
Okay,
sculpts are really
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. They can't say,
Also, the terrain behind me is from miniaturescenery.com. Make sure you check them out. They have some really cool scenery. But I am working on getting some stuff by them painted up. Oh, miniaturescenery.com.
4 guys back.
And yeah, I've primed up some of these guys over here. Gonna get them all painted up. It's like MDF terrain.
The Nurglings.
And then these guys too. Oh, this is probably one of my favorite pieces. It's like a big elf tower of some sort. And then these, which are the best line of sight blockers. Right, so nice big line of sight blockers, which are great, and they're also very Eldari. And that was the end of the Astra Militarum turn. Awesome. So now moving into bottom of turn 4 with the if I come back to defend my win, am I allowed to change my list? Of course you are, Mr. Powerhouse. You can, of course, change your list. So, that'll definitely be it. It's also getting late, so.
I need to kill one thing to kill
No, I kill one.
As in a good way. In a good way, it's getting late.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing like hanging out.
This turn.
Okie dokie, so we'll really see what happens with this. Did some of them come back?
Yeah, 4 came back.
4 of the Plague Bearers actually came back to life. That's why Plague Bearers is so annoying. So they're back at 28, eh?
So we're gonna pile in then, Evan.
So you're not moving or anything like that?
I can't really do anything. I can't shoot you, right? So
Okay.
you have me all tied up. I'm just gonna pile in.
Cool.
They're just gonna fight.
I'm assuming you need to do that.
That's what they're gonna do. You know? Sadly, that is the unit of engineers, so they're not going to get an engineer point because they're fighting. However, you know, what can you do? You just got to... You just got to live and learn, I guess, at that point. And now the Nurgle Demon Prince getting hyper aggressive.
She should.
Yeah.
He's going to advance.
That's exciting. He's moving his flamer guys. Good night,
I
Beer
said that's
of
three guys
Hrod.
On an objective.
They said, yeah, they don't
3 guys
It
on
could be
an
the same
objective.
No, it has to be
No, 3
different.
different objectives. Yeah. You have to be on 3 different, in scoring of 3 different objectives for the bonus. But the fact that Jason's keeping that bonus in his head and is very important. You know, the last couple of times, like this weekend, I played Dylan in the last round of the GT, and then every time I face Dylan, who plays like demons, we've played this mission 6. The first time he didn't get the bonus point once. The second time, I think he got it maybe once, and then this time he actually was getting the bonus every single turn. And make the game a lot harder once you actually start focusing on getting the points that you can get in game. So of course, Jason's trying to kill stuff as well as hold board control while doing damage, while preventing damage on your opponent's turn, at the same time trying to get the points and bonus points that are going to mean the difference between winning and losing that game as we move into the end of the round. Of course, he still has some psychic powers. He still has a big unit of plague bearers that has taken damage, however, is, you know, pretty much unscathed and completely okay, because there's still 28 plague bearers. And we're moving into turn 4, which means Evan will only have turn 5 and turn 6. That's 2 shooting phases, 2 combat phases, 2 movement phases left in the game, whereas Jason has this one plus another one as well.
I will try and stop it with the Astra Pass. Okay. Stop with the 7.
He's going to smite. Okay.
I'll try and stop it with the Primaris. That's your last power, right? Yep. Nope. So who is it? Is it them or is it?
It's 3 wounds.
7. Nope, it's him.
Okay, so that's 3.
So 3 mortal wounds on the battle cannon have gone through. So he has 9 remaining.
Yep.
Ooh, that's good for the Nurgle Demon Prince to get in there, start doing some damage.
Shooting, because then he can shoot this turn.
Wow.
So I'm going to charge.
And then we're getting into combats.
With my Demon Prince
I like it.
Okay.
This is where the nasty stuff happens. Oh, long charge. He makes it in. Oh, that's a good roll with no command points left.
I should have declared against all these guys. I guess I can't really get those
Can't
guys.
get into there, sadly,
Good job. Good job to that Demon Prince just jumping in, starting to murder everybody. Okay, let's go and listen to what the players have to say.
Yeah. So he
Demon
gets through
Prince for 6, 7 attacks.
Yeah.
2s and 1s. And 2s again.
Yeah.
So that's 7 dead, or 6 dead guardsmen.
There's one guy left.
Yeah.
Hello to everybody who's new. We just had a Demon Prince murder 6 out of 7 guys in combat. He didn't get any Death to the False Emperors that turn. That could have been handy. That's actually one of the reasons the Lord Discordants with the Flawless Host are really, really good. Because Flawless Host gets Death to the False Emperor effect essentially against everybody. And they get a +1 to hit, which means that they're getting extra attacks on 5s and 6s, and then on 4s, 5s, and 6s against Imperium, which is really, really crazy. So, so who killed what?
I just killed Master Path with my Poxbringer.
Oh, right. Does he have the relic blade?
No.
Okay.
He has a Bale Sword.
He has a Bale Sword. Okay. So,
Gonna go into your character there. Okay. 3 hits.
And this is now where it's starting to get like down and dirty. Like there's stuff dying everywhere. There's like this big brawl in the middle of the combat. As soon as Evan lost his Bulgrin, that middle fight was probably a lot tougher for him to win against the Plague Bearers. But Catachin Guardsmen are no joke. The strength 4 on Guardsmen goes a long way. Do you have Strachan in the list? No Strachan.
I contemplated it, but he can't be used in the artillery detachment because he's not a company commander.
Well, you can use him, but he just doesn't get the keyword.
Right. So what's the point? Like,
Just the extra attacks.
if I'm only using 30 of them,
Yeah, makes sense.
if I was using 90 of them, 100%.
Right. Because they will add up like crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Especially with a priest as well.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense. So what can you do, folks? All the way at home. Catachins, take 90 of them. That kind of works. They're strength 4, and then run Strachan with them to give them extra attacks. And then a priest nearby to give them more attacks. And then just rinse and repeat. The cool thing about them is that, once you blob them up into big blobs, and then you run them in, and then they attack in the shooting phase. And then they attack in the... Because you can order them to attack in the shooting phase, and then they attack in the attacking phase. So each of these big blobs has 3 attacks, and you're basically attacking for free in the shooting phase without your opponent being able to fight back, which is huge, and then attacking in the fight phase, which is awesome as well. So there's so many things that you can kind of do there with that. And overall, definitely interesting to say the least. And right now, Jason's just kind of moving his Plague Bearers around, just using that extra 3-inch pile in and consolidate to really add to the space that he has to kind of like take over the center of the board.
4s. 4 hits. And wheel on 3s. 3 rolls. So 3 saves.
There we go. So this is
4
just
saves, sorry.
guys just murdering stuff down.
So 3 will.
And we'll have...
And the movement trays actually really do help when you're trying to move like a bunch of guys, which comes in really handy when you're trying to get all this stuff done.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on this unit.
Let's see what happens now as we move into the bottom of turn 4. Because it's really quite intense here.
3s, rerolls.
Yep.
6 saves.
Ooh, good rolls. This is against an unwounded unit, I think.
No, they're taking 1.
No, they've taken a few. 3 more die. And these are, of course, against Catachins, so they're not immune to morale or anything. However, I like the fact that those Death Corps of Krieg don't suffer the shooting penalties.
Cool.
Ace Face, what's going on? Just woke up and off to work, but stopped to say hi. No problem. Thanks for having me, Ace. Really appreciate it. I was on Twisted Dice TV, as well as the Twisted Dice podcast. We're chatting about Dark Eldar and stuff, which is really fun. You have a great day at work, Ace Face. Thanks for tuning in all the way from across the pond. Really nice of you to say hello.
2 hits.
This is
2 wounds.
into the Nurglings, I would assume.
That's
1 dead Nurgling.
That's enough.
Nurglings are surprisingly resilient for how small they are.
So then this unit will shoot back next. So 3,
But
6, 4, 6.
I do find that a lot of people make the
So they
mistake
still
of
have
making
-1, right? Yep. So nothing hits. That
like Nurglings engineers. I
3
find
guys
that they
from all
die a lot
sergeant.
if you pick them as engineers.
1 hits.
And if they die,
No.
then you don't get those points. Why wouldn't you want to get those points? Getting those points is important.
So I'll do morale here. So they can fail if I roll a 5. Nope, they're good. Leadership 7 with the sergeant. Leadership 7 with the sergeant. On a 5. Nope, they're good. Either the one. I don't actually want him to make it. No.
Oh, he had a few more dead guys here.
With that.
So,
You don't have any morality.
okay.
Islands. I can't move him. Or you can consolidate towards the closest enemy, right?
Yeah, after he fights, technically.
Yeah, it's supposed to be after.
Yeah,
fight.
so,
Okay.
yeah, it doesn't actually change anything. Yeah, when,
So these guys.
Well, but it would because you'd have to go that way.
he just has to end closer to the people that were closest, yeah. Tyler Lee. May I suggest you post which secondaries were taken by each side? I see a total VP. I no idea how each player is scoring their points. Yep, that's definitely a good suggestion, Tyler. Thank you. Definitely something that I'd be looking into to make it easier. The thing is, no, it's definitely I could do like a VPs, like do primary and secondary. Actually, do you mind letting me know how many primaries versus how many secondaries? That would be the best. Osiris, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, should.
Welcome to the community.
If I fight, they don't get it.
No, the only thing you can do is move.
Evil Chicken Bits, I will try to put links up on for all the stuff I've done in the last couple of weeks on other channels, podcasts, websites. Most of the stuff is on the Discord when I remember to do it, but it's been a lot, so I don't remember if I'll remember everything that I've done. What is the score looking like?
Right now it is 23 for Jason and 15 for myself.
Okay, how many primaries versus how many secondaries?
So for Jason.
Jason. Thank you for the follow, Sanfo086. Really appreciate it. 14 primary. And how many secondaries for Jason? Like, oh, okay. So you have 9 primaries.
No, 9 secondaries.
9. Oh, Jason has 9 secondaries.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have
9 primary.
7, 8, 9. I have
Sorry.
9 primaries as well.
9. So he has 14 and then 9 for a total of 21, 23. And you have, I don't know how to count. It's okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have
9 primary. 6 secondaries for a total of 15. Okay. Perfect. Sorry, hopefully that helps Tyler. Archon Win. Good evening. Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. We're moving now into battle round number 5. Battle round 5. That's exactly what's going on right now. We got.
I will kill you next turn with my blight spawn.
Doesn't matter where I go, you're gonna kill me next turn.
Yeah, that's the trade, right? Yeah.
He's gonna move.
Knight. Archon Win.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep, it's a little field. We were talking about him the whole morning. So you have a little field officer getting on an objective on the far side. Now the Demon Prince has kind of moved into the middle of the board. And we have audio seems low. Yeah, no, I switched it to Archon Win. So if I say, now taking it over to the players.
And then they go quiet.
Of course we are. Okay, they're gonna fall back.
And then it goes back to me. So if so I can I've got the overhead audio that I mute when I'm talking, and then I can kind of get them to talk too, and that makes this a more enjoyable experience for everybody. As I'm sort of commenting, I am enjoyable. I'm a very enjoyable person. You're welcome, internets. You're welcome. I thought you were saying good night. No, it was Appendu. He was saying like evening, as in like hello, how are you? Good evening. Right? So as we can see, Jason's been crushing the primary points with hold more pretty much every single turn and kill more a couple of times, and the bonus as well. And has really put Evan on the back foot. You know, right now there's an 8-point swing, so this will definitely be tough for Evan to come back in the last couple of turns. However, I've seen weirder stuff happen. like 11-point turns sometimes happening as well. So we'll kind of really see how this goes into it as well. Psychic phase was uneventful.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. Alright, so let's start with the big shooting. Let's start with the Wyvern into the Plague Bears.
Wyvern into the Plague Bear.
Yeah. Wow. 20 shots. Oh, I guess I'm gonna try to. No, I'm not gonna agree. 1, 2,
Get too greedy now,
3,
Evan.
4, 5. That's why I'm like, no, I'm not going to.
Did he fall back from the
I did.
flavors?
Yeah, everything fell back. So I need 5s. Rerolling 1s because of Harker.
Oh, you have Sergeant Harker back there?
100%.
I've also heard of people using Yarick. Because then against orcs you get reroll everything.
Yeah, that's true. He's not bad, but again, he's 100 points. He's in headquarters, so it might work.
Only I got reroll everything for 100 points.
Against orcs.
Against one army.
Against one army. So I
Yarick
need
is a feast.
4s with rerolls. Oh.
Before we used to use this camera to pick
Wow.
up the sound, and all it picked up was the dice.
4,
going
8, 12, 14.
So that's 14, 14 saves. 14 saves into the Plague Bears from the first Wyvern, right? First Wyvern from one Wyvern.
Oh, there's going to be another one.
Oh, I know. 20 shots, 14 saves. That was not bad. He actually hit quite nicely. Hitting on 4s, though. 5s. Hitting on 5s, yeah. Rolling 1s. Got a couple of...
Kill 6.
6 of them go down, so there's 22 remaining.
Okay, so the other Wyvern's going to fire into them?
It's not really going to hurt, like, because it lasts till the end of the phase with the 22s.
Yep. But the next turn...
That'll be turn 6.
You know what? I'll roll...
That'll be a...
roll the 2.
Oh, that's so good.
So we've got 12, 15, 20
I love
again.
Wyverns. My Talon Wyvern are like one of the most entertaining things in my army. I only have the one Wyvern, but then you make it an artillery detachment and, you know, get it to shoot twice, which is always really fun for a command point, or 2 command points. And then if you really want to, you can give it aerial spotters, so then it's rerolling all hits and all misses.
No, it's only all hits. Aerial spotter.
All hits. And then it all wounds because it's a Wyvern. So then you're hitting rerolling hits and wounds for a couple of command points. That's actually pretty good as well. I don't think this one was as good.
It wasn't. So 6.
Like half. Yeah. Oh, disgusting. Yep.
3 die.
3 go down as they are disgustingly resilient.
Roll 20 now.
So 9 have gone down.
It's important. He's the bandit. Oh, no, you just take him. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gone down. And we still have... There's like 2 guardsmen in 1 unit way on the far flank. Well, 3 guardsmen. There's 1 unit of 10 that is unwounded. There's 1 unit of 6 that's sitting right in front of the... Did the battle cannon shoot yet?
No, this hasn't tried.
Okay.
So we'll do this.
So you've done the 2 wyverns.
That's
Are
it.
you doing the basilisk now?
We'll do the basilisk right now.
Okay. And then all the guardsmen fell back, but what?
I'll reroll.
They've got like commanders around them that can make them shoot after they fall back and stuff, which isn't
I've
bad.
got 1 commander.
Oh, okay.
Rerolling 1s. 1 hits. Nothing.
All he can do is shoot at the plague bearers, essentially, because that's all there is to shoot. Everything else is essentially characters. You have the foul blight spawn, which are the flamers, and you have you know, the plague bearers. So at that point, you're in between a rock and a hard place because you have to kill the plague bearers, and they're just annoying. And this is turn 5. Like, you want to try and like, all you can do is like shoot at these damn things.
So 2 and 2.
2 more go down. we go.
That Russell fired him. He doesn't really have a choice. He has to fire him. So we'll do.
Into the plague bearers.
I don't think I have a choice. I can't see that guy, so I can't target him.
Characters don't block characters.
Oh my god, that's right. Oh, so I'm gonna shoot at the demon prince then.
Okay, so let's see what happens. So big guy, he moved more than half?
No, he only moved.
Okay.
Head walkers. You're rolling ones. And fives, right? Nothing. Last cannon. Hits. Wounds, -3. Damage. 6.
Last cannon connecting, doing a bit of damage here.
So
4 damage.
Sweet.
Down to 2.
Battle cannon. For 4 shots. They'll hit.
3's rolling ones.
So 3 and -2. Of course. 1.
Oh, he does go down. Barely. That was close. If he would have passed 1 save the whole game,
Yeah.
we would have lived.
Yeah.
I didn't see him pass a single impulse save the entire game. That's okay, but the Demon Prince is not really that important at this stage of the game. So,
No, but that demon prince can wipe out what I have.
well, 100%, but it's not as important as it was.
That's the headhunter point for me.
Oh, you have Headhunter.
100% at headhunter.
Oh, okay.
He's got 6 characters, so but that could also be a big game hunter. So I think it's a big game hunter to max that out.
Yeah, makes sense. It was the same difference. Yeah.
That's it.
So now we're looking
They
at...
can still shoot.
They fell back from combat.
No, they were not in combat. These guys did. They're going to shoot him. Okay. So 20.
So now we've got a couple of Catachin lasguns. Shooting them some stuff. This is where like the little piddly stuff starts trying to pick up damage and whatnot. And after this, the guard will have 1 more shooting phase,
95.
which is quite the thing.
1.
Go lasguns. Bounced right off the
Yep, that's
Poxy Walker guy.
That's me.
Okay, that's it for the turn.
So I hold 1 and
Oh my goodness, moving down into...
So dice +4 unless I roll 1.
Oh, he rolled a 1!
And I get 4 back.
that's not enough to put you above, is it?
It is.
That is 20. Oh, they go back to 20. Uh-oh. Those plague bearers came back to life. Oh, that's terrifying. We've all been there, folks, when those plague bearers roll that fateful 1 to be alive. The guard go, no, we did so much work. And but so now it's turn 5 for the Nurgle, and so Jason's for the Nurgle. I think they're called Plague Buddies, right? Isn't that like the name of the list? The Plague Buddies, the Plague Pals. There you go, the Plague Pals, which is Jason's trademark for his army. But now he's going to basically be focusing on that bonus point, wrapping all his characters or behind line of sight, essentially trying to kill something, taking another engineer point. So this will be another big turn for Nurgle, and with this turn, I don't think the guard will be able to come back from it, but it's the mathematical truth.
It's possible. It's highly unlikely.
It's very unlikely. It's possible, but unlikely. So, Jason here is just...
I gave the vulnerable save, by the way.
Do I need to kill him though? I don't really need to kill him. You killed 1 thing, right? I should really kill those 3 guards.
So, make sure you weigh in here as we are joining in. Jason has decided to not throw away his flamer guy, which is a super smart idea. I didn't know why he was throwing him out in front of that tank commander to die to kill a commander.
I would have
That did that didn't make any sense in my now. At least he's in a place where he can actually be useful, which is good. And yeah, so we're looking here at the end of the game. This is going to be interesting. Let's see if Jason can get another kill more, or if he just gets a kill, because he can't really charge in with the plague bears since they are engineers.
But I can if I kind of just throw that to the wind. If you get kill more.
Well, it's like a guaranteed point versus a non-guaranteed point. I always like guarantee points.
Making sense and shit.
I've only maxed out on my engineer, so this unit's coming forward.
Oh, they got it for
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Um,
Good old
so
engineers.
second
Well, it's not like he
phase,
has lots of
you
shooting
can
to
cast
get
minus
you.
1 hit on the plague bearers.
Okay. I have to stop this.
Perils takes 3.
Who did that?
My one guy.
Okay.
Make one of these. I make 2.
Damn it.
So they are miasmud. So they're minus 2 to hit.
Damn it.
This is my last turn, right? Or I have
No,
only
you got
seconds.
one more turn last turn.
Shooting. I'm gonna flame. I need to kill something. That's all I need to kill. One thing. We'll
Could have
start.
killed that guy.
We're gonna kill. We're gonna flame.
We're gonna kill.
We're gonna flame this front unit.
Okay.
Yes, that's smart. So it's strength 6. He's hitting you 4 times. So he's winning you on 2s, rerolling 1s. That's 4 dead guys.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if there's no point even. Yeah. Okay.
And then second guy doing the same thing. Okay.
So now Jason's just focusing on getting that kill.
Strength 10.
Those blight, those
3.
those foul blight spawn with their flame is just murdering guardsmen left and right, murdering tanks, murdering guardsmen. Those guys are like money. If you don't have 2 of those in your list and you play Nurgle, you are you're playing it wrong. Because the blight lords, 2 of those guys make a vanguard detachment with a Nurgle Death God Demon Prince, and they are crazy strong. So
Okay, cool. Go last pistol.
Poxspringer is trying to charge into the Primaris Psyker guy.
3 attacks.
So let's see what happens here.
And wounds on 3s with 3 rolls. So that's 3 saves. 2 of them are 2 damage.
Oh, that was good. 2 6s on that. With the Locus of Nurgle for double damage. Or plus 1 damage.
3.
It's like a power sword. Oh, it's so
You
good.
can reroll all
Those
wound rolls.
those Bale swords are so good. Reroll all wounds. Minus 3 AP on 6s. 2 damage. It's like a.
How much damage is it?
2. The 6s are 2, so you have 2 saves at 2 damage, and then 1.
He doesn't have
Oh,
it.
that's
He
it. You
doesn't-
chopped his
he
head
doesn't
off
have it in one of those.
for kill more.
Yeah.
Because that was the cheaper, the smaller Psyker.
No, the Astra
That was.
already died.
Oh, okay. That was the big Psyker.
Well, the bigger Psyker.
The bigger Psyker.
Alright, so
Okay.
here's
For guardsmen. For guardsmen, let me know. Okay, so here we go. It is as we move into battle round. As we move into battle round number 6, which will be the end of the game, folks.
I do get recon.
You control.
Nice.
You get control more. You get 3.
And now we're looking at the victory points.
And I get the bonus as well.
That's a massive turn for the Death Guard. Why not play time clocks and just pause when you go on a bit of a tangent? Yeah, we could do time clocks, Snoop, if we wanted to. But as Night Fight gets, more and more intense, then I'll have like an actual time clock, like camera and stuff like that. That'll be really fun. What's the score at right now?
30 to 19 for Jason.
So 30. Okay, yeah. So 30 to 19. So a giant score for the Plague Bearers in that last turn with kill more, hold more. Yeah, kill more, hold more, bonus, engineers, recon point. That was a massive turn for the Nurgle army. crazy big turn. But that's what plague bearers do towards the end of the game in objective-based missions. I have lots of
You
objectives.
actually don't have Reaper. You don't have 4 Reaper. You only got 3 Reaper.
Yeah.
So I was giving. So it's actually 29.
29.
How
Okay.
many more do I need though?
Well, I've got 10, 20, 23. So you need to kill those 3.
Okay, so he needs to kill 3 more models to get full Reaper.
get
Okay, so
full
technically 29 then.
Yeah.
29.
I should do that just with my blight spawn.
Yep.
Unless you like run away.
Yeah,
from me.
unless he like runs like far away. Well, that makes sense, you know, if you need to, you run away. So Jason, tell us about your turn.
It was a big turn, as you just went over. I kind of got a bunch of points there. I just kind of wanted to play it safe. I was thinking about killing that little dude there, but it wasn't a good trade-off. You know what I mean? Like
Get away from me!
killing a commander and throwing away my best damage-dealing unit I got left. So I kind of just focused on one guard squad. I melted it, and then I got lucky with the Poxbringer killing the Psyker to give me kill more. And yeah, my plague bears are doing what they do, is just take up space and getting me points. I got lucky last turn too at the end in the morale by getting more guys back, which is I'm not used to that with my Bile Piper. Usually he's playing the wrong song or something, and guys aren't coming back. But
Yeah, I was just gonna stay there.
it's been good.
I've always seen Jason take away. Hello, Fire Drake. I've always seen Jason take out the Sloppity Biopipe from his lists and then constantly put him back in and then take him out again and then put him back in, then take him out again, just because every time he doesn't like it when it doesn't roll the ones. This game though paid off big, paid off really big. Basically saving that unit of Poxwalkers, plague bearers from wyverns. That's what it's doing. It's stopping the wyverns from annihilating that unit. That combined with the miasma that he got off last turn.
That was huge.
Yeah, so now it's -2 to shoot at these plague bearers, and it's the only thing the guard can shoot at because everything else is characters. The guard don't have like a Vindicare Assassin or Rattling Snipers. Oh, okay. Get another Headhunter point and a kill. So, yeah, so it'll really kind of come down here to the last turn. So let's see what the guard can do. See what Evan can do. A reminder, guys, everybody who's watching, make sure you stay tuned because after the dice are down, I put on the just like a quick blank screen for a few minutes while we set up a post-game chat where we sit down and we talk to you guys about the game itself and what happened. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Don't go away as we discuss the game itself, what happened, what we liked, what we didn't like, and we crown another Night Fight champion, weekly champion. So like, you know, we'll call these the regionals or whatever. But right now we've got a whole bunch of wyverns shooting.
No, this is my battle cannon.
Oh.
You killed the Poxbringer?
Because I didn't move.
Yeah.
So I'm hitting on 5 3 1.
He's shooting at what?
The
Oh, okay. 12 shots from the battle cannon. Two 6 shots. So
yeah,
yeah, 6 shots twice, so 12 shots.
So I got 5
Because it moves slowly, so it gets to shoot twice, which is a good thing for a battle cannon. So it wants to try and be friendly with everyone.
-2. Not that it really matters.
And
No, it's 3 damage.
You killed 2 guys.
Yes. It's possible,
oh, here I am, yawning away.
So they're -2, right?
Yep.
Well, I don't really have any choice here. Oh, they're now under 20, right? But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, it just fades here.
I'm not trying to take you off an objective. I would need to take you off an objective. Probably gonna pull from there. Whatever, Wyvern. Might as well try it.
Well, there's not much else you can shoot.
Nope. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll reroll a 3. 1, 12, 17.
So the wyverns don't really have much choice. He's killed 2 plague bears so far with the battle cannon. The Lehman Russ commander. That's the only thing he has. He's moved back the 10 guardsmen to basically prevent like another kill, essentially.
He'll still get him this turn. Probably.
No, not the 3 man, the 10 man.
No, yeah, he'll still probably kill him this turn. So rerolling.
So strange. I stood to my iPhone to watch the stream, and the beta info panel is up to date. Yeah, well, it's up to date on my phone, and by my phone I mean my computer.
So
It's up to date on my computer.
3 wounds.
So,
1 up -1.
you know, but that's all where the lists are. If anybody's wondering, where the heck are these army lists that, you know, was happening? So.
This is the other wyvern. Yep. So
Mhm.
we've got
How many more died there?
3.
3 more died.
17, 19 shots.
It's a lot of shots from another wyvern.
4.
They, on average, get like a lot of shots with those
They're
4d6.
really good. They are really good for you.
Well,
They do feel really good.
They're just good because the game is so much like screens, and that they just kind of delete them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're,
Yeah.
They're really.
I really like the rerolling wounds. I think
Yeah.
it makes them very efficient, even though they're only strength 4 or whatever.
It's good.
No AP though,
Wait,
right?
Has it kitted out with that. The
it's,
guy giving them like the bubble
it's the
-1.
warlord trait. It's like old grudges, but
Yeah.
It's good.
It's ignore cover, essentially.
no, it's different.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
If you roll, it's
6 to wound, it's
on 6
minus
it's
1.
an additional -1.
Nice.
It's
But
like
I
that
can,
marine one.
I can also
Fire Drake.
get-
I'm doing very well
I
today,
can
thank
also
you.
Get one that ignores cover. For
Nice.
1 unit.
Thank you. The Hooded Goblin GT win was 6-0. It was very fun. Very, very tough games against a lot of
So
tough
that's 6
opponents.
wounds. 6.
Jason and I almost played round 1.
We did. Well,
Yeah, we set up.
we didn't have opponents.
Yeah, we didn't have opponents, so we ended up sort of setting up a game, and then everybody showed up. And then we're like, well, I guess we have to go to our games now.
Well, your guy showed up.
Oh, yours didn't. That's right. You had a bye on the first round. My guy showed up, but he wasted 45 minutes on his clock, so that was fine. So then he timed out super quickly.
6 shots.
Basilisk getting 2 dice pick the highest makes it so efficient.
And Catachan with rerolls just amazing.
Yeah,
It's
that's
good.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Is that why you rolled 2d6 there? No.
Yeah, you roll 2d6, you can reroll one of them.
Right.
So nothing hits.
So good. So good.
Next one.
Makes it like surprisingly good.
And you get to choose, right? So I
And you
can't
can
do
use that
any-
aerial spotters on them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
2 command points. Yeah. Too bad it only helps like one of the tanks. Like it's not for the whole unit, and it's 2 command points. So it's expensive, but that double shooting wyvern, it helps for the whole shooting phase.
1 -4.
That comes at really happy.
1 damage. Of course.
He's fine.
They advance again.
So the Basilisk, the Wyverns have all shot, tank commanders all shot into a -2 to hit Plague Bear unit and have killed 7. 7 Plague Bears have gone down as we come into the end here. Missed it, so he dies. If you miss the dice tray, that's an automatic fail.
I like that rule.
If you miss the table, whatever you were rolling for fails.
How could you miss the table?
That could be the house
Some people
rule.
do that rule. I remember that. I was
Yeah. It was back it was like a little 3rd or 4th edition. Yeah, it was like a house rule. If you miss the table, you miss.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Morale?
Morale, do they come back?
Please don't roll one.
No,
No,
they
I
don't.
lose 6 guys.
6 or
I'm okay
7.
with that.
All right, so I'm gonna be bullshit here.
Oh, you're not gonna do that.
At the end. This is a rule that I actually like from
This is a
Age of
dumb
Sigmar.
Good job.
I think Age of Sigmar has it right.
Yeah, I
Where if
agree.
you split your army into your unit into 2 sections, like Jason just did, with 3 plague bearers on that objective and 2 plague bearers on this objective, then what you have to pick one of the units to stay and one of the
I agree.
disappears.
You have to keep them in coherency, but right now you don't.
yeah, which is abusable as all hell. But you know what? Whatever. It is rather frustrating, however. He did get another headhunter point.
I got one head.
Okay, perfect. Just because of that that lone guy.
This is the last turn.
This is the last.
Last turn, bottom of round 6, folks. Thanks for watching for the last 3 hours. You know, we'll be done in about 20 minutes because we're going to be doing a final game recap thing. Now it's turn 6, so it doesn't matter. He's just running everybody up like crazy because he wants to, you know, having all that good fun, you know. So let's see what happens here, I guess.
Do I need the bonus point?
But I don't think you need
won.
it. You've won regardless. Yeah.
Let's give these people a show.
Yeah. Are you not entertained? So let's see what Jason says in his final hours.
We're gonna. First guy's gonna flame the unit. So strength 5.
Oh, I was hoping it was strike 2 for a second.
Hits you once.
Woohoo!
Wounds you. Kills a guy. Second guy. Strength 5 again. 6 times.
Okay, this is gonna be a little more difficult.
3s, rerolling 1s. So 4 dead guys.
4 more. I can deal with that.
4 dead guys from 2 flamers.
And
You know, those
I can
flamers usually.
survive this then. Survive that
Yeah.
morale check.
Oh, because they're not. They're catechins. They're not.
and I'm gonna charge you with my sloppy wild piper over here.
Cool. Okay.
Don't do it. Why would you do it?
I don't know.
Just go
the
ahead.
game's
They
over.
want a show.
1. What's Thomas?
The show must
1.
go on.
You can't kill him in Overwatch, so.
Yep, takes a wound.
Takes good old sloppity bar piper.
I would laugh if you roll if you. Not that it would matter if you roll snake eyes not make the charge. But
He doesn't sneeze at people. That's the other guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr.
This guy's not
McSneezy.
very good.
Mr.
2s.
McSneezy, which is one of the
And
ooh,
he's winning on 3s, rerolling 1s because it's a little thingy bobber.
thingy bobber. That's the name of a real thing.
So 2, no minus.
5s. I make 1.
Other guy.
Thingy bobber.
Is that a technical term?
Yep, that's a technical term for Nurgle thingy
Hey, I get my
bobber.
text back.
Is Marauder. I think it's somewhere.
His
hit.
bagpipe. That's what he's swinging his bagpipe
One
around,
wound.
and you die because of the terrible sound.
Cool. I can technically fail. No, I can only get a 7 there. Those guys.
Lost 4. Lose 7. They lose 1
lose
one
one, so
dude.
no.
Doesn't matter.
It'd be enough for.
Okay, and that, folks, is going to be the end of the game. So let's count up these points. Oh, count up the points, but I think we're about to crown our second night fight champion of the week. Do, 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 do. Sorry, I'm trying to be really loud here, but I just need to get like a foghorn or like a sound box that I can click a button and be like, do, 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 you know, like crazy. But he does get his full Reaper this time, which is good. But congratulations to Jason.
Full Reaper there.
We will be back. We will be back with our post-game report where we talk about the game itself. Shadizzle says, "Good game, Evan and Jason."
Well,
Well-
I would have had it either way. It'd be on an objective, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah, so it's 32-23.
32.
Yeah, good.
32 to 23. Okay, folks.
I'm not upset with that one.
No, that was actually, that's a high, that's a 23 points is great. We'll be back with the post-action
Anything above
report,
5 is good.
folks.
Yeah, let's
We
do it.
shall return with the post-action
Oh my
report.
God, it's a long way down.
We shall return. Whew.
Him coming this way to
Post
start
game.
was a huge mistake. Yeah, 'cause I went this way instead, thinking I could see, and I couldn't. I should have just went that way. 'Cause I couldn't shoot him for one hole.
Oh, sitting down for 3 hours. Holy moly.
You made that choice.
I did make
God
that
damn it.
choice.
Am I gonna go once more?
Loser sings Baby Shark.
Loser doesn't sing anything.
For
The
enough,
fans can want it.
for enough bits, we all sing and dance Baby Shark.
Is bits actual money?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, the bid is up to 4,000 bits, which is like $100.
Oh, what's his map with that one?
Yeah. It was. Yeah. So if anybody wants to see us sing and dance Baby Shark, there's a way, but it's an expensive way.
For Evan, it's way more than you might think.
For Evan.
Regan's gonna die.
I am.
Grandfather Nurgle is blessed you. You're welcome.
Sit down now. Folks are waiting and they can hear us bantering away, which is all fun. The Dark Kin. Well, not exactly the Dark.
The Darkin didn't
Yeah,
play.
they did not play. Okay, and we're back, and the winner is Jason! That's right. Okay, before we wake up the whole house. So, thanks a lot for tuning in to another night fight here on SkaredCast. Thank you, Evan. Thank you, Jason, for coming on, throwing some dice. So let's talk about the game. We'll open it up to questions if anybody has any quick questions, for anybody who stuck around for 3 hours to watch. But let us know what you thought of the game. Other than that, MVP for the match.
For me, it's probably the Blight Spawns for sure.
Of course it was.
They were so good.
Those flamers do work.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I was a little concerned when he killed when he reduced the Terminators down to one guy or two guys, but he did. That one dude with the flail did do some damage.
He killed like 12 guys.
Yeah,
by
so,
himself.
The Demon Prince was good. He's always pretty solid, but they really deleting that big unit, Bulgrin turn 3. Or
Those are Blightspawn. They murder that unit.
Yeah,
and then they were just like something that Evan couldn't couldn't shoot them, and every turn they were kind of like killing something, which is good.
Yeah, that's TJ uses those. TJ Lanigan uses the 2 foul Blightspawn, and they with Veterans of Long War and like there is anti-knight, there is anti-flyer, there is anti-Bulgrin, there is anti. Like, they just kill so much stuff. How about you, Evan?
My MVP? I don't know if I had one.
That tank commander was pretty boss free, man.
The Relic one?
Yeah.
He's usually pretty good, but...
Or your Basilisks. They were just...
Yeah, I would say my double-firing Basilisk was doing work.
Well, picking off the last wounds here, picking off the last wounds there, like, those Dreadnoughts didn't last long at all.
No, they generally don't. Armor doesn't last long against me. It's the characters that I can't target, or, like, anything with a minus. Like, I want to call them Eldar, but they're not Eldar. They're Eldari, or Craft World. Well,
Azuriani.
Yes, those guys. They'll give me a hard time because they have a lot of minuses.
It's like the Alatok stuff.
Yeah, they'll
specifically.
they'll give me a lot of hard times, just because of the minuses.
See, with my stuff though, like I kind of like this list a lot because if you kill my Dreadnoughts and the Terminators, I still got the Plague Bearers, and they're what protects all my characters, right?
Yeah.
And then once I get to the center of the table, I kind of have like control of the board. If you get too close, I start flaming you with the Blight Spawn, and so it's kind of like pick your poison type of thing. You know what I mean?
But the problem with that is if you don't deal with those
then
other
they
things
murder you.
give you so much more.
It's
damage.
like that's what I'm saying. It's like it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't type of thing.
Yeah, and that's the difference between a problem that you can solve and a dilemma where you pick the worst of 2 evils.
Yeah.
For you, and that dilemmas are good.
Having had those blight, in retrospect, I shouldn't have targeted them turn 1.
Yeah.
Because they would have taken about 2 turns to get up there.
Right.
But by then, I'm in trouble because I have less command points, less guys in the way.
You probably can't shoot them at that point because I'll have.
If you shoot the Plague Bearers turn 1, you kill the Plague Bearers over the course of the game.
Which I should.
Which then you could have killed them, but then you have 10 Blight Lords to deal with later.
Right. Which I should have done. I should have actually went for the Plague Bearers.
Because the last time we played, which was like last week or something, he kind of did the opposite. He focused on the Dreadnoughts first, and the Terminator survived, and they ended up kind of running rickshaw throughout the game.
Yeah. In fact, last turn...
Because this was like a rematch of a game you
yeah,
guys had.
he's changed his list
Slightly.
slightly, and I haven't changed mine because I like the way my list runs.
I like
good
your list.
list.
You've got a lot of shooting, a lot of infantry, board
Yeah.
control.
You got that bully unit with
The bully
Yep.
unit that gets in the middle of the board. So Robert Lambert has a question, and we'll go to him and says, How do you think the game went? We'll start with you, Jason.
I was pretty happy with it. Like I didn't make. I was saying throughout the game, I wish I could make a save. Because with my Dreadnoughts and the Demon Prince, I don't think I made invul saves, which is whatever. But like, I did make some big saves on the Poxbringer throughout the game.
Yeah.
And I did make a couple like
Clutch, the
disgustingly resilient saves where I rolled like 3 of them, and then I brought the Plague Bearers back a couple times, so it
Balanced
evens
out.
out throughout the game. It's just like when you keep rolling saves and you're not making them, that's what you stick in your head. But then if you think back the course of the game,
Yeah.
it balances it out.
Yeah.
I made a mistake turn 1 by moving my relic Lehman Russ so I couldn't shoot at anything. I should have moved him the opposite with the other 3 Lehman Russ. And
Well, him not shooting for an entire turn.
Yeah,
It was
a big deal.
huge.
Yeah.
Like,
Very,
he
very
was
big deal.
doing damage all game
I know.
long.
but
was
he
just
usually
murdering
never
things.
survives past turn 1.
Because people want to kill him.
Of course,
Like,
I don't blame them.
He's,
I don't
of
blame
course.
him in the slightest.
Yes, he's death. So Rob also has a question. Where do you think you went right? And where do you think you went wrong?
Right? Well, I lost, so I didn't go right.
Mr. Pessimist over here, everything was wrong and nothing was right.
No. That's not what I said. I said I lost. I didn't go right. I'm not saying I didn't make right choices.
Okay, so what choices did you make right, and what choices did you make wrong?
Um,
Other than the Lehman Russ, which we just discussed.
well, that was, I think, the big one. The picking off like the last couple wounds with basilisks. That was good. I haven't done that before. I usually try and do something different with them.
Your target priority was good with that. Like you do the damage with the tanks, and then you finish them off with the basilisk.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the correct way to do it if you're looking at using Basilisk most
Yeah.
effectively. Because the Basilisk won't kill things, but they'll
Finish them.
finish them up. It's the same thing with like, Scourge with Haywire. Scourge with Haywire don't kill things, but they'll finish something that's wounded off. How about you, Jason?
I thought I did well with the bonus objective, but the thing is, my army, I thought I had an advantage there because I knew Evan was going to be like want to keep his characters back to kind of buff his back lines and hide them from my stuff. So I thought I'd be more aggressive and get my guys on objectives and get that bonus point, which I think helped out throughout the
Paid
game.
off. Well, you got the bonus point almost every turn,
Yeah, for a bit.
except for one.
Turn one in the last turn I didn't get it. I don't think. I think I got it every other turn.
Right. So 2 out of, and that's
No, I think you missed it turn 1, 2, and 6.
I got it turn 2. I know that
you got it
because I was setting up. To get it on turn 2.
You got it turn 6 as well. So so 4 turns. That's 4 points. Being that it was a 30 something to 20
it's
something.
like a fourth secondary.
That's like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that bonus point comes in handy. Prime Vino says, if you could make a change to your list, what would you have changed given a second chance to build your list?
I don't think I would change my list.
Well, that's the thing. We are very big proponents around these parts of like sticking to the list that you're kind of built and just getting good with it, and you just tweak your list. You don't really change it, and that's why you get much better at the game. I know Evan's been practicing with a version of this list for a good couple of months.
Yeah.
Like this sort of, it's gone from theory to practice, and it's a list you're starting to become a lot more comfortable with. And you, Jason, you've been playing with a variant of this list for
a long
for
time
a year and a half
Yeah.
almost.
I kind of like this is probably the most optimized it's been though in like the last little bit. Like I
Didn't you take that to the LVO 2 years ago?
some,
Kind of like
something similar. The demons weren't there because they had just come out, so I didn't have enough stuff ready to bring to the tournament. But I had the dreadnoughts and stuff.
Yeah.
But like just like having the 2 blight spawns instead of like that stupid character I was running just because I like the model. You know what I mean? Like it makes a difference. And like I keep flip flopping on the Bile Piper, but I think the reason that he's probably better than the Scrivener. I think the Scrivener's more reliable throughout the course of a game, but he's also 35 points more expensive.
He's the one that gives them the extra move.
The extra move, and he gives him +1 to hit in combat and exploding attacks.
So you make them like damage dealers.
Yeah, but I don't think that Plague Bearers are like I guess you could kind of do that to them, but they're not meant to be damage dealers. Plague Bearers are best used as a screen and to take up space and sit on objectives, and like that's what won me the game. Is essentially they just sat in front of the things that were killing things, and Evan had nothing else to shoot at but those guys.
Yeah, and then
And
they're
they're
so hard to
-2,
kill.
and then,
yeah,
just-
and that's what Plague Bearers
Yeah.
do. So with that, we're gonna end. Sorry, Rob. We'll get to your question next time we're here on Night Fight. Thanks all for tuning in. Thanks for coming down for the game. Thanks a lot, everybody out there, and make sure you let us know if you'd like to see more of these. But we have our next challenger, which will be John with his Necrons versus somebody else. So we'll find, and then we'll get the winners to play the winners. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Okay, guys, have a good night, because it's like
See you guys.
2 a.m. over here. Bye!
2 a.m.
Well,
1:17.
yeah, okay, 1:30.
It's late.
Semantics.
It's late
Yeah, well, bye. And they can still hear us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
we weren't
saying.
saying anything.
Yeah, well, I wasn't saying anything either. You know, and then we go to this one over here, to the static. Boop. And then we switch it. Done. And then we say bye.
Au revoir.